Yo, it's your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, back at you with a new video. Today is Friday, June 9th, 2023, with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App $ORIONNWSF or the YouTube Super Chat right here. We got the Seattle Mariners versus the Los Angeles Angels. Live play-by-play and reactions with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. So we are going to get off to first pitch in about 7 to 8 minutes. This one is on Apple TV, so it's exclusive. So it's a little bit harder to watch depending on where you are in the country unless you have an Apple Plus account. But the nice thing is I noticed on Mariners Twitter as well as just through Apple TV, they do have a 7-day preview through Apple TV. Through the Mariners Twitter, there's like, I think a month or something a little bit longer that you can get for free with the trial. So you can kind of try it out. And, you know, for me, I'm not going to normally pay, $6 or $7 for, Apple TV Plus, but this matchup is pretty fire. Luis Castillo, Shohei Ohtani. I haven't been able to see these guys go at it, and, just for that to line up. Pretty cool. So I'm doing the free trial right now. Obviously, they used to have it on some streams, but a lot of these streams stopped, doing baseball. So, and a lot of them on other streams can be unreliable and they'll cut out. So it's just best to go through Apple TV if you can. And again, it's free. You just have to put your debit or credit card, just something there. And then nothing gets charged, and you either get a week or a month for free. I think I even saw one promotion where you can get 2 months for free. I fucked up. I probably should have did that one, but I did this earlier, and I'm just doing the week. So I might just cancel it after this game, or I might browse some of the content. But there has been an issue with some of the commentary, through Apple TV Plus as well as YouTube games, and that's why I'm here. So obviously a lot of people aren't going to be able to watch the game, and I'm going to do my best to outshine these guys, which I think will be very easy. Odin Son with a $30 dono. Bang, bang, bang. Let's go. I appreciate you. Way to start it off. Being electric like you always are. Bang, bang, bang. Stacks on stacks. Racks on racks. Cactus Jack. Bang, bang. $30 dono before the stream started. That's my guy. I appreciate you very, very much. Let me know what you want to see for photos, and I got you. I'll go over starting lineups here in just a moment. I know you got your trip, so I do appreciate you coming in. Daniel's in the building. What's good? All the generous donations, much appreciated. $30. Let's get to a hundo. 70 to go. Woo, there we go. Get your Cardinals going. And again, I am ready for this matchup. And again, if I'm willing to sign up for a trial of something, normally that I wouldn't, Julio, Mike Trout. That's a part of it, right? But it's also Shohei Ohtani and Luis Castillo. Luis Castillo 4-3. 2.55 ERA. Shohei Ohtani 5-2, 3.30 ERA. And the crazy thing is Shohei is hitting second as a pitcher, right? And he's got 16 homers, 42 ribbies. It's fucking ridiculous. He is the best player on the planet. And then obviously Aaron Judge will probably be the only one to match him. Maybe Yordan Alvarez. We'll see where it goes with AL MVP voting. And let's start it off with the Seattle Mariners. Leading off for my Mariners. You know it, baby. Shortstop, J.P. Crawford. Batting second, center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. Batting third, first baseman, Ty France. Batting fourth and cleanup, left fielder, Jared Kelenic. You X-Factor, you. Batting fifth, right fielder, Teoscar Hernandez. Batting sixth, catcher, big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Batting seventh, third baseman, Eugenio Suarez. Batting eighth, DHing tonight, Mike Ford. And batting ninth, second baseman, Jose Caballero. Let's go. And on the mound is our ace, our boy, Luis Castillo. Let's go. If we have any chance to be able to get caught up with the Angels, the Astros, and the Rangers, we need him to kind of lead the way, and then hopefully the other guys can follow. Either hitting's good and pitching's garbage, but in reality, pitching has been pretty good for a majority of the year with our 5 starters with Castillo, Gilbert, Kirby, Miller, and even Marco Gonzalez. But the hitting has been fucking ass. Let's just be honest. So hopefully they can pick it up. All right. And I'll still give the Angels some love. You know I will. All right, baby. Leading off for the Angels, left fielder Taylor Ward. Batting second at pitcher, the best all-around player in the world, who's going to get the MVP this year, Shohei Ohtani. Batting third, center fielder, the modern-day Mickey Mantle or Willie Mays, the most consistent player as a rookie that we've seen to this date, center fielder Mike Trout. Batting fourth and cleanup, third baseman Anthony Rendon. Batting fifth, second baseman Luis Rengifo. Everyone talks about Trout and Ohtani, but I'm telling you, if you know anything about baseball, right now he's getting off to a slower start than he did last year, and there's a lot of guys that are actually hitting better than him, but he's sneaky good. He's been kind of, not really into a rhythm just yet, but I imagine after the All-Star break, he usually is like that third or fourth guy that you don't even think about, and then he rips you up for a couple doubles or RBIs. We'll see if he does anything tonight. Batting sixth, first baseman Jared Walsh. Batting seventh, right fielder Mickey Moniak. Batting eighth, catcher Chad Walhach. And batting ninth, shortstop Zach Neto. And on the mound, Shohei Ohtani. Let's fucking go. I'm ready, baby. It's always an electric thing for me, and I know there were some people that were, I did like the Instagram post, and they're like, the NBA Finals is on. It's like, okay, yeah, I know it's on, but for me, I just enjoy baseball, right? NHL and NASCAR more than the NBA, so I get it. It's the NBA Finals. I kind of have an idea how it's going to go. I'm just peeping it now. Nuggets 54, Heat 47. And I'm a Mariner fan, since I was about 3, 4, 5 years old. Obviously I was a huge NBA fan when I was a kid, but I don't really have a straight connection to either of these two teams. I could really care less whoever is going to win. I know the Nuggets are, and this is the beginning of their dynasty. Like, I feel kind of like the San Antonio Spurs. This will not be the last title for Denver, and it could be something where they're so young that they could repeat. I don't know. I'm not sure about three-peating. We have to see if they can win it next year, and then we'll talk about it then. But I definitely think that this might be the beginning of something big for the Joker and the Denver Nuggets. Not a lot of teams are going to match up, and the only team I could see them beating them down the road is maybe Giannis and Milwaukee. They match up perfectly. No one else in the NBA does. Ooh, baby. Anaheim, California. Apple TV Plus exclusive. Shohei Ohtani, Luis Castillo. $30 dono from my boy to get it started. That's a very generous too. Thank you so much. I'm ready to go. We're ready. We are ready. All right, JP. And we already know this is going to be a pitcher's. How many Ks are we going to get with this? We got Shohei Ohtani and Luis Castillo. Could they both get 10 Ks in a game? It's not often we see that, but it is possible. I would say probably 8 Ks or more for each team is very possible, or 8 for one and 10 possibly for the other, which is probably going to be Ohtani at home. But I got to have faith that Castillo can play well, and if he does, I'll have a chance. JP Crawford, Julio Rodriguez, Ty France, Jared Kelenic, Teoscar Hernandez, Cal Raleigh, Eugenio Suarez, Mike Ford, and Jose Caballero. Let's go, baby. Your boy is ready. And trust me, a lot of the YouTube broadcasts and a lot of the Apple TV Plus broadcasts are, as far as commentary, are not good. Sometimes we have shaky commentary on like MLB Network. We all love our own announcers, on our own local channels. For me here in Oregon and Washington, it's Root Sports. We got a team of 4 guys, and sometimes they put Angie Mentique in there, and it's nice. Like, everything flows good with like Dave Sims or, whether they go with Dan Wilson. It's really a good complement of who we have in there. These guys, it's a little shaky, so I'm going to make sure we do a good job here. Top of the first, Shohei Ohtani on the mound, and leading off, JP Crawford pitches inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Let's go, baby. And we got the teals going on today. I like this. And again, if anyone wants to watch, this matchup, besides the NBA Finals, all you got to do is sign up for a free Apple TV, either a 1 week or 2 month trial, somewhere in between. They have I think a 1 week, a 1 month, and a 2 month, depending on where you sign up. And then you can just try it out. They don't charge anything. And then if you cancel it before the weekends, or then you're good to go, unless you want to keep it. 2-0 count to Crawford. Come on, JP. Pitches inside. It was right on the corner. Normally Shohei gets that call. 3 balls, no strikes. Let's go. Getting a walk off the very beginning would be nice. Let's not get out here with a cheap pitch. Pitch right down the middle. 3 balls, 1 strike. Shohei is something else. And as soon as I saw the matchup, I was like, I already like doing the Astros and the Angels a lot because it's rivalry games. Pitches high, and he walked them. But anytime you can see Aaron Judge or Shohei Ohtani, period. And then if they're playing against your team, it's exciting. You want to see how you stack up to the best in the world. So, but I'll take that. A nice little walk for J.P. Crawford. Nice for being patient in the box, my boy. And next up, it's my favorite center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. Let's go, baby. 246 average, 11 homers, 34 ribbies. OPS of 742. Julio swings at the first pitch as usual. Fouls it off. 0-1 count in the top of the first. Let's go, Julio. Let's go. Being a fan since, the mid 80s, around 85, we've seen only about 4 really quality teams out of the Mariners since then. 95 slide, 97, AL MVP Griffey year, 2001 with Ichiro when we won 1 billion games and lost to the Yankees, and then last year with Julio's rookie season. So got to appreciate every year that's good. And when we make the playoffs and do something, doesn't look like we're going to make the playoffs this year, but we'll see after the All-Star break. 0-2 count. Good eye, Julio. There we go. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We're in the top of the first. 0-0. Runner at first. J.P. Crawford. We need this, baby. Let's go. Michael in the building. What's good? And it is Apple TV exclusive, but the nice thing is they have a free trial right now. So if you guys want to watch, there's nowhere you can watch this. No local broadcast is broadcasting this. If you want to watch this game, the only way is through Apple TV Plus. You can either do a week trial for free, which is what I'm doing. And then also, depending on where you look, I know Mariners Twitter has one for a month or 2 for free. And then they charge you like $6 or $7 after if you decide to keep it. So, I mean, this matchup alone was good enough for me to do the trial. Because it was either that or do the NBA Finals, and I was like, I already kind of know what's going to happen there. And this is a little bit more exciting when it's Castillo and Ohtani. And I still get Trout and Julio out there as well. 2-2 count to Julio. Come on, Julio. Big swing and a miss. Got him. 1 away. Ohtani, man, what can you say? He's the best all-around player, and he could have gotten the MVP last year if Judge didn't get all those home runs, and the RBIs and the slugging and, all the different, first place categories that he had. But, you're not going to be able to hold Ohtani down for too long, especially if he ends up being like a top 12 player in both, like hitting and pitching, or top 10, or, if he ever gets to a point where he's like top 5 in both categories. I don't think anyone would be shocked by that. He's that talented. So, I mean, he's always going to have the opportunity to get 10 to 20 wins pitching. All right. And he's going to have an opportunity to get how many home runs? 20 to 40. I mean, that's fucking insane. That you could be that good, hitting and then being that good of a pitcher on top of that. That's really what takes the, because he's the only 2-way player that plays like this on this high of a level. He's like all-star as a pitcher, all-star as a hitter. Big swing and a miss. 2-1 count. Come on, Ty. Top of the first, 0-0. Runner at first, 1 away. 2-1 count. Ty France in the box. Shohei Ohtani on the mound. Come on, Ty. Big swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Come on, baby. Let's go, Ty. 2-2 pitch from Ohtani. Ripped foul towards first base. Someone got a souvenir. Two pitch from Ohtani. Popped up. Should be an easy fly out here for the Angels. 2 away. Next up, left fielder Jarred Kelenic, and he's been the X factor for the M's. If we didn't have him, we probably would be much worse than 30-31 right now. He single-handedly has won us about 5 or 6 games with his hitting or with his hitting and his defense. So that might not sound a lot like to a lot of people, but when you don't have anyone batting over 300 for the whole year besides him for a majority of it, I'm pretty sure maybe France got over like temporarily, but really Kelenic has really been the only one that's been close. Went down a little bit. He's at 269 now, but he was really the only one that was above 300 for a majority of the season, which is real frustrating if you're a Mariner fan. You know, you got Rodriguez, you got France, Kelenic, Teoscar, Raleigh, Suarez. Like out of 6-7 guys, you would assume most of them would be, 280 and above, or you would hope some guys at the 250 range, but some guys went all the way down to almost 200. Oh, Jarred Kelenic, back. Gone! Woo! Let's go! Yes, sir. Rip it and sip it. Let's go. 2-0 Mariners. Let's go, baby. All-star. I want it to be Julio, but it's all-star Kelenic. Bang, baby. That was electric. Let's fucking go. My goodness. Hell yeah. Woo! All my friends are messaging now. Mariners up, baby. Sometimes you just need to speak it into existence. You let everyone know what the deal is, and then the sports gods say, hey, it's time for us to be able to get this going. Hell yeah, baby. We need runs early, too. That's what I'm fucking talking about. Next up, right fielder Teoscar Hernandez. 243 average, 10 homers so far this season. Let's go, Ems. I mean, regardless if the Angels are the worst team, or if it's us, we already know Oakland is, the worst team in baseball, but it doesn't matter what the record is. Angels could be in first place. We could be in last. It's just it's a fun matchup. It's a fun rivalry. We usually don't win it very often, but when we do it, it feels good. So let's go, baby. And I told everyone at the beginning of the season, because I'm a crazy person and I watch like Grapefruit League and Cactus League. So it's like the preseason, before we get into the regular season. And Kelenic was number 1 in home runs, RBIs, OPS. So I said, fuck, if he's going to be this good, I know not a lot of people are paying attention to this, but if he carries it over, maybe he'll be our best player and our X factor. Of course, you want the other guys to play good too, like Julio being rookie of the year. You don't want him to dip down. And France was an all-star last year as well. But, Teoscar and Cal and Eugenio are kind of underwhelming a little bit. Hopefully they get a little bit better, but we're really happy that we have Kelenic. Next up, big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Let's go. And Teoscar got walked. He's at first base. Top of the first, 2-0 Mariners. Let's go. 1-0 count from Shohei Ohtani to big dumper, Cal Raleigh, my boy. Good eye. Pitches inside, 2 balls, no strikes. We good, Michael? How you doing, man? I'm really good now. Fucking 2-0. You kidding me? On Ohtani, 3 balls, no strikes. I mean, we already knew it. We were going to be off to something when you get a walk on J.P. Crawford right out of the gates and it's 3-0. It probably should have been 2-1, but he got kind of robbed on a borderline pitch and then kind of got out of it there. Then when it was 3-0, he threw a strike. J.P. didn't swing, and then he ended up getting walked. So it looks like Ohtani's control is a little off right now, and that's 4 straight balls. And now we have 2 straight walks in a row from Teoscar Hernandez and Cal Raleigh. So they got to figure out what's going on. This is weird. I normally never see Ohtani look this raw, or he's not scared out there. He's like the best player in the world. It just, for whatever reason, the control is not there tonight, but fuck it. I'll take it. If we're the team that he doesn't have the control with and we're going to get some easy runs and hits, yeah, let's take advantage when we can. Teoscar at second. Big dumper at first. Let's go. Let's go. Next up, third baseman, Eugenio Suarez. Top of the first, 2 outs, 2-0 lead with runners at first and second. Shohei's already at 27 pitches. Let's go. Gino, my boy. Gino, big rip. 0-1 count. Let's go, baby. Oh, Mike. I didn't know, because we have a couple other Michaels that we've had in the past, but then I was like, oh, I think it's him. How are you? Michael. How are you doing, man? Are you excited for NASCAR? I'm excited for this weekend. Big swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. It's Sonoma. It's a reminder of the stream that I did last year, and Suarez got his very first win in his career. It's like, oh, let me race for 6-7 years and get depressed as fuck, and then all of a sudden just win my first race. Pretty cool. So, and I like road courses a lot in NASCAR, so there is a good chance I might do it. Big swing and a miss. Got him. Shohei with a rough inning right there. But Jared Kelenic, my boy. Let's go. Let's go to the bottom of the first. Great start for us. We could have gotten maybe a little bit more right there, but obviously, at some point Shohei will, get his control. But really weird to see him, it's usually hot, and then as the game goes on, maybe loses a little control. But for whatever reason, in the very beginning of the game, just didn't have it right away, and we took advantage. So I love it. Love it, baby. Hell yeah. And I heard SmackDown's been pretty good, right? Oh, the bear video is crazy. At first, I thought it was like whenever I see someone wrestling a bear, like in Russia or, somewhere in that general area, I'm like, okay, is this like UFC training, or are they just like drunk and being crazy? But in this like video, the guy's like face is fucking bloody and his shirt is bloody and it looks like there's like blood on the ground. But, obviously, you don't really know. I mean, the bear's in his face and he's like wrestling it and whatnot. But yeah, pretty ballsy, I guess. But there's other guys standing there. Like one guy, I'm not sure if one guy had a gun for like protection and then the other guy had the camera or whatever, but pretty wild. All right, let's go to the bottom of the first inning. I'll still give the Angels love because that's what I do. You don't want to be biased. Leading off in the bottom of the first inning, left fielder Taylor Ward. Batting second, pitcher Shohei Ohtani. And batting third, center fielder Mike Trout. Let's go. That's going to be interesting to see if Castillo can wheel and deal, but he might get roughed up a little bit tonight too. I was hoping 8 to 10 Ks for each guy. I was actually hoping 10 Ks for each would be awesome, but I also want runs. So if we get less Ks, maybe like 6 to 8 instead of 8 to 10, but we get more runs and it's a little bit more exciting that way, then I'll take that. And this is our guy right here, baby. Let's go. The growl. Be like, it's the dude. It's not even the bear. Luis, right down the middle for a strike. Let's go, baby. You the man, Luis. He said, thank you, O. Let's go. Pitches outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah. I'm glad to be able to have you hang out, man. Chopper right up the middle. Get that. Get it, JP. Bang. He's like, I used to be some gold glove action. I'll see you. He's like, let me hit you with one of these. Bah, bah. 1 away. Ward grounded out to the shortstop. JP Crawford, not today. Next up, pitcher Shohei Ohtani. It's kind of good. Takes a strike, 0-1 count. I'll even give him some love. He gets more than one picture. He gets a few, like Julio. He deserves it. You're like the best player in the world. I can't just give you one. But not too much love, right? Not too much, because then he'll start going for like homers and start getting in his zone, and then we're going to lose this game. Come on, Castillo. Pitches outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Chopped foul. Count still stays 1-2. One-two pitch. Pitch is low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Chopper. Get it. Oh, what a hit by Shohei. Nice job. Okay, Shohei, I see you. See a replay here. And he's chopped it. Chopped it and pulled it towards third base. Perfect. And then by the time Gino got his hands on it, he was already running the opposite way. There's no way he would have been able to throw him out from that spot. Nice job, Shohei. I see you. Next up, center fielder Mike Trout. Big swing and a miss. 0-1 count. Oh, 1 pitch. Chop foul. 0-2 count to Trout. Come on, baby. Let's go, Castillo. Let's not have Trout and Ohtani rip us up tonight. It's 2 for 5 and a homer against Castillo. Pitch is high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Let's go, Luis. One-two pitch. Pitch is high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Oh, nice. You get to go to the dirt track? Nice. Oh, yeah. All the growling, all the money. Like, even if you don't like that type of music, it's like so hardcore. It's like, you can feel it like in your bones, you know, when you hear like heavy metal and, kind of screamer metal. A lot of people can't handle it, but sometimes it's a lot of people's therapy, and a lot of wrestlers kind of have that vibe too. Maybe not as crazy as them, but there are some. It definitely gives a lot of people energy. Probably scares a lot of people too, though. Bottom of the first, 1 out, 2-0 Mariners. Castillo on the mound. Mike Trout in the box. Let's go, baby. 3-2 pitch. Got him. Let's go. Yes, sir. Sit down. 2 away. That's my guy. Hell yeah. Next up, third baseman Anthony Rendon. Pitches outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Let's go, baby. Let's have a nice clean inning right here. Let's keep this 2-0 lead as long as we can have it. It's just a matter of time before Ohtani and Trout just go fucking crazy. Big swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Let's go. One pitch. Pitch is outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Nice. Heck yeah, that's awesome. No worries. I know you're going on your trip. Thank you for coming through, and I'll have someone else hopefully take over on the donos a little bit later whenever they come in. Chopped foul. We're at 30, so 70 to go for the first goal. All right, no problem. That's awesome. Heck yeah, dude. Anytime you can meet up with people you haven't seen in a minute, it's always good. Love you, bro. Thank you for the support. And I'll be here for a few hours if for whatever reason you end up stopping by later. Appreciate you. 2-2 pitch. Popped up. Cal chasing it. Foul. Oh, that guy missed it. Yeah, she's going to be gone for quite a few days, so we'll have to have a few people step up and help us out with the donos, one of the other mods or one of the regulars. That'll help us out with that. Yeah, but we got a pretty good weekend. You got a little Stanley Cup action there, a little NBA, coming up in a few days from now after tonight's game, and you'll have MLB action. We got NASCAR on the weekend as well. Popped up. Julio. End of the first inning, 2-0 Mariners. My guys, let's go. Let's go to the top of the second. Leading off for the Mariners in the top of the second inning, DHing tonight, Mike Ford. Batting second this inning, second baseman, Jose Caballero. And batting third, 0-for-0 with a run. You know it was a walk. Shortstop, J.P. Crawford. Let's go. Good matchup so far tonight. I got to take a look at the batting averages to see how terrible it is. For a lot of us, that have been Mariner fans for a long, long time, we don't usually have a whole lot to look forward to. But this year, the anticipation was maybe the highest it's ever been after getting, Julio and winning the Rookie of the Year and actually beating the Blue Jays and getting past a team in a round. We didn't expect that. But you got J.P. Crawford at 240, unacceptable. Julio at Rookie of the Year, 245. That's ridiculous. Ty France, 271. Kelenic, 272. Teoscar Hernandez from the Blue Jays, 243. Cal Raleigh, 216. Eugenio Suarez, 209. It's just not going to cut it. And that's why we're 30 and 31. I mean, if we had 3 guys batting over 300, or at least 2, and a few others that were batting a little higher, closer to 250 rather than 200, then yeah, maybe we would be a couple games above 500 at this point. But we just haven't been a very good team, and the Angels are better in the division. The Astros are better, and the Texas Rangers have been just fucking wheeling and dealing all season. So let's go, baby. Shohei Ohtani. He is the man. Wow. Roger Clemens and Alex Rodriguez in his prime, besides, steroids and all that, but like a combo of those guys based off his stats. And yeah, it's kind of good. And fuck A-Rod, but, I enjoyed Roger Clemens, even though that, he was one of the people that kind of got busted for the PEDs and whatnot. Yeah, I bet. Well, remember, like I was telling you, when I lost my phone and I just lost my wallet, I don't know what's going on, in the air, full moon, or whatever it was, with things going on. I'm not sure if people are that superstitious with like Friday the 13th and stuff like that. But I mean, I was just blessed that, that there were some good people around and I actually got my wallet back. I mean, I've only lost it once in my life. And I mean, most people, they don't get it back, but hopefully it wasn't too much of a hassle for you. I get it, man. It stresses you the fuck out. 1-1 count to Ford. One-two pitch to Ford. Got him looking. Shohei Ohtani. My goodness. One away. I'll give you love, Shohei. I'm not a hater. Nice job. Ohtani with 3 Ks already. Freak of nature. Just crazy to think someone could be that talented as a pitcher. Like the hitting part doesn't really, there's a lot of great hitters out there, but you just don't see someone that could be this good of a pitcher, And what is he better at? Is he a better pitcher or is he a better hitter? That's kind of like the debate, because he's good at both. Like it's kind of tough to say. I mean, hitting is hitting, but when you're still up there with the rest of the big boys like Aaron Judge, that definitely means something, if you can keep up with him or pretty close. And then your pitching stats are right there with all the other GOATs that are in the league that just do pitching. It's just unreal. 2-0 pitch. Pitches outside. Oh, they got him with a strike? Whoa. That was a bad call. 2 balls, 1 strike. We're in the top of the second. 2-0 Mariners. Let's go, baby. Caballero fouls it off. Come on, Jose. Let's go, baby. Two pitch from Ohtani. Chopped, foul. Oh, it went fair. Got him. Figured that was going to bounce another time foul, but it went right to fair, right to third. See you later. Next up, shortstop J.P. Crawford. Come on, JP. First pitch strike on JP. Come on, baby. Oh, 1 pitch. Pitch is outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Top of the second, 2-0 Seattle. Let's go. Cool stadium with the little waterfalls back there in Los Angeles, Anaheim. Popped up. Rendon. Got it. 1, 2, 3. Let's go to the bottom of the second inning, 2-0 M's. Leading off in the bottom of the second inning for the Angels, second baseman Luis Rengifo. Batting second this inning, first baseman Jared Walsh. And batting third, right fielder Mickey Moniak. Let's go, Castillo. We need you. Keep it moving. Take a look at Luis right now. What are we at? 1 hit and 1 K so far. And then obviously Shohei with 1 hit and 3 Ks. It's going to be tough to be able to keep up with someone like that. But, they got an amazing player. We got one not as good as him, but it's one of our best. So we got to roll with it. I'm going to go check up on Paisley here real quick. Be back in like 30 seconds.
Hey, check out the new Oreo Brookie Blizzard at DQ. Oreo pieces, brownie, and cookie. This treat is doing the most, which makes it the perfect treat for when you're doing, well, the least. Oh, this is nice. Oh, come on! Play neighbor! We were enjoying a moment with the Oreo Brookie Blizzard. Okay. This is more like it. Enjoy your Oreo Brookie Blizzard moment today. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Friday Night Baseball on Apple TV Plus, sponsored in part by DQ, the official treat of MLB. Happy tastes good. Luis Castillo gets to the mound, the 2-0 lead in the bottom of the second. Castillo on the infield.
All right, I'm back. Let's fucking go. Paisley's just posted up in the bedroom, laying down, watching TV. So, waiting for Dad to get done. Chopper. Nice job, Jose. Right to tie France. Grounder, 1 away. Nice job. Not today, Louise. Next up, first baseman Jared Walsh. Pitch is inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Oh, Louise inside. Almost hit Walsh. Lost control of that one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Who's lucky there? Come on, Louise. Let's go. 1-1 pitch. Chopped foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One-two pitch. Pitch is outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of the second, Mariners 2, Angels 0. And we were lucky enough to get a Jared Kelenic 2-run blast in the top of the first. Crawford scored, and it went 397 feet, almost 400. Not often you get homers off Ohtani, let me tell you. Most whiffs. Strider with 270. Holy shit. McClanahan 201. Gossman 192. Castillo 189. Tied with Kershaw with 4th. Wow. Strider with 270 most whiffs. He's probably going to end up getting the NL. Obviously, ranking of being like the best pitcher in the National League if he keeps it up and he doesn't get hurt. He's having a special year. Sinker, 4-seamer, slider, changeup. Castillo, baby. Big chopper. 0-1 count. Mickey Moniak. Big swing and a miss. 0-2 count. Let's go. Oh, 2 pitch to Mickey. Big swing and a miss. Got him. Let's fucking go. See you later with the heater. End of the second inning. 2-0 Mariners. Let's go. For the top of the third. Nice job, Luis. He said, I got to catch up in my fucking stat line. Now he's got 2 innings pitched, 1 hit, 3 Ks. Exactly the same stat line as Shohei Ohtani, except he doesn't have 3 walks. There we go. That was a good, productive inning to catch up on the stat line. Nice job, Luis. I like that. 3 walks for the Angels. Nobody has any stolen bases. Total bases, Seattle 4, Angels 1. Let's go, baby. Leading off in the top of the 3rd inning, 0 for 1 with a K, Julio Rodriguez. Batting second, 0 for 1, first baseman, Ty France. And batting third, 1 for 1 with a 2-run dinger, left fielder, Jared Kelenic. And he has been our best player all year and our X factor this season. If we didn't have him, we would be fucked. We would probably be, I would assume we'd be somewhere between 20 and 25 wins right now, not 30, if we didn't have him in our lineup this year. So really happy that he's there. We just need everyone to catch up to him, and we'll see what happens there. Let's go. Schwarber bomb walk-off. Nice. This is on Apple, Apple TV Plus. So I don't, I'm watching it on the TV. Luckily through my TV, I have the app. I was just going to watch it on the computer and just pull up a screen, but it's obviously much better to see it on a TV. So that way I have that there. Nice job, man. That's awesome.
Chris Young, part of that group, and so is Mike Trout. Only rookies with
25 and 25. All right, baby, let's go, Julio. Are you going to swing on the first pitch or the second pitch? Probably. Ohtani, Julio, let's go. Big swing and a miss. Julio. Percentage of Julio swinging on first pitch strikes this year is like 98%. Just first pitch anything. He's like, fuck it, I'm going to swing. I don't care where the hell the ball is going to be. That's why his average is so shitty this year. 245. Could be closer to 345 if he actually was patient. But again, it's only his second year. By the time he gets in his 5th to 8th year, that's when he's really going to be in his prime, and he'll know to work the count a little bit and be a little bit more patient in the box. You're not going to get a first pitch strike home run like you did last year all the time. They know you. It's not a surprise anymore. Julio, chopped foul, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And every Mariner fan sees it. You know what I mean? I don't know if we need a new hitting coach or not, but I get it. Sometimes you will get home runs when you swing on the first pitch strike. I know sometimes you'll get doubles and triples, but what fucking is happening lately is that you're grounding out, you're popping up, you're fucking striking out. You're not helping the team. It's nice to be able to move runners over, give your team a shot instead of just being out. And I just need you to be a little bit more patient. I'm a Griffey guy, but I'm a Julio guy as well. 2-2 pitch from Shohei. Got him. Struck him out looking. All right, Shohei, I see you. Strikeout number 4. Julio Rodriguez, bye-bye. Next up, first baseman, Ty France. Well, we're both pacing for about 8 to 10 Ks still for Castillo and Ohtani. It's one of the best matchups, honestly, in the MLB season. And being in the same division, rival. It's kind of like a Blazers-Lakers kind of vibe, or Blazers-Sonics vibe. Kind of Blazers-Lakers vibe. Yeah, but it also, it's going to take time. It's having him and Bryce together, the pitching being better, closers being better, role players being better. You can't just base it off last season. Obviously Trey was able to play really well because look at the players that were around him, on every team that he's been on. So, he's still one of the most all-around best players, but think about it. With all the new rules, no shifting, the bags are bigger. There's obviously penalties, in the batter's box, obviously on the pitcher mound as well. Most teams don't have a 300 hitter, so you got to take that in consideration. It's not just him. It's not just your team. A lot of teams are struggling. That were good last year. A lot of teams are, in 4th place or worse when they were first or second in the division last year. So wait till after the All-Star break. And remember, it's not like the team was great last year until kind of towards the end, and then you guys got hot and then rode that momentum with Uncle Mo. So I got it right here. I'll put it in for you. Boom. Yeah, I got it on the bottom of the ticker too at any point. Usually I'll have like the score updated down at the bottom of the ticker, showcasing some of the people that have supported the channel super heavy. And then I'll have that information on there too. Oh, broken bat. Oh! There we go. Nice hit with the broken bat. My boy, Ty France, singled to right. Top of the third. One out. Runner at first. Let's go. Next up, left fielder Jared Kelenic. And he had a 2-run dinger in the first inning. Let's get another one. Come on, baby. Pitches outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Kelenic gets more than 1 photo. Normally that's reserved for guys like Julio and maybe the pitchers and whatnot, but Kelenic is really the only one that deserves multiple pictures, at least this season. Kelenic, chop foul. He already got 1 homer today, so he gets 3 photos today. I'll see you, Jared. Let's go, baby. And some of the Mariner fan base wanted you gone, but I never did, you know. I figured, you know, you went through a lot of trials and tribulations, and, you know, you went down to AAA, got called up, went back down. It was supposed to be you, Cal, and Julio together, and that was frustrating. And, you know, you got back on the team late when we had our run, but you worked really, really hard in the offseason, you know, improved that mental health, was the #1 player in the Cactus League. You know, they separated through like Cactus League, Grapefruit League for preseason in baseball before the regular season starts. You dominated, and it's carried over to this year. And I went to a 2-game set against the Cardinals, you know, month and some change ago. And it was awesome to be able to see him out there. Just hopefully everyone can follow in his footsteps. Let's go, baby. 2-2 pitch to Kelenic. Got him. Ohtani's like, see ya later. 5 Ks for Ohtani. I'll give you the love. Got to give the love to Shohei. Nice job. Next up, right fielder Teoscar Hernandez. Shohei pacing easily for over 10 Ks. We'll see if he gets there. Now he's starting to get in the zone, so this is getting me nervous now. He was off, and he walked a few in the first, and we took advantage with a Kelenic 2-run bomb when J.P. Crawford got walked. But now it seems like he's starting to get like locked and loaded, and he feels like silly that he actually even gave up a fucking homer early on. Mariners normally never get home runs or hits in the first inning. Teoscar, back. Got it. All right, let's go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Still 2-0 M's. Megan in the building. How are you?
Are you a new AT&T customer looking to upgrade your phone? Your trust locked into your contract for 3 years, and your phone's locked into their network too. No 2-year upgrade for you, Jonathan.
But T-Mobile has a way out. Introducing the Easy Unlock. Bring your AT&T lock phone and T-Mobile will pay it off and give you one
In capitals, yeah, I figured that's what it was. Or maybe I figured that's how it was. Yeah. Well, that's how it has it. Yeah. And then O and then R. Look, yeah, that way. NWSF. There you go. $6.66. Thank you, Mike.
Really? You were your top performer last season.
$6.66. My boy, Mike. Appreciate you. Bang, bang, bang. Boom, boom, boom. Stacks on stacks. Rex on Rex. Cactus Jack. Bang, bang. Appreciate you. $6.66. Appreciate you, brother. Let me know what you want to see for photos. I'm not sure. I think Odin had to take off, and we'll get him some a little bit later if he ends up coming back. And let's go over the lineups here. We're going to the bottom of the third. Mariners up 2-0. Two-run bomb by Kelenic. Elliott in the building, my boy. What's good, brother? Fucking Apple TV, they got me, man. I had to do the free 1-week trial. I was like, holy shit. Castillo, Ohtani. It's either NBA Finals or this, and I definitely choose this. I already kind of know how that's going. And if anyone wants to put in the update of the score, I mean, I can see it here on the NBA side if anyone cares, but I don't know. NBA has been kind of boring this year to me, honestly. And I feel like the playoffs and the finals, it's not as exciting as it used to be. I don't know. NHL, baseball, and NASCAR are more exciting than me than the NBA. I'm always going to be a wrestling and football guy first. NFL, college football, and wrestling. You know, WWE and AEW and NJPW, ROH, and all the rest are kind of behind that. Bottom of the third, 0-2 count for Castillo. Got him looking. Let's go, Luis. My boy. 4Ks for Luis. You the man, Castillo. Said, thank you, O. Nice job. And it is Apple TV Plus, which makes it a little difficult for people that, want to like watch it on a stream. Even some streams cut out baseball. So it's like, fuck, it's like you can get football, basketball, hockey. It's like, and then you get a matchup like this. And if you're not really into the NBA, it's like you want to watch it. But they are doing a free 1-week trial. That's the one I signed up for if you want to do that. And then you can test it out. All their, options on Apple TV Plus and their exclusive content. They also have a 1 month free and then a 2 months free, I think, on Mariners Twitter. So, yeah, I know we're in the third inning, but this is the only way you're going to be able to watch the game, as I call it, if we want to watch it together. Or if someone wants to order it and watch it solo, I'm just kind of giving you some heads up if you guys want to watch it. But, they don't charge anything onto your card right now. So it's debit or credit. You just try it out. And then if you have it for the week trial, you cancel it 5-6 days in or even after tonight. And then, boom, you're done. And then if you like it, I think it only costs like $6 or $7 a month. So, there's a lot of streaming services out there. And it just depends on how many you're already paying for. Bottom of the third, Mariners 2, Angels 0, 1 away. 1-2 pitch. Got him. 5Ks for Luis Castillo. My boy. Next up for the Angels, left fielder Taylor Ward. 241 average, 7 homers, 24 ribbies with a 676 OPS, 0 for 1 in a ground out earlier. Pitches outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. Let's go, baby. 2-0 pitch. Chop to the second baseman. Get it, JP! Fuck! Fucking JP fucking bobbled it with a fucking error. Fuck! That's a rare miscue for JP. Had it, bobbled it, tried to pick it up, bobbled it again, and that's an error. Fuck. JP. Got to help Luis out. This is just a normal play. It looks like it hit him in the chest, and it kind of, let's see here. He puts the mitt down. Oh, it bounced off his wrist, then off his knee. Then he tried to picked it up with the glove, and then tried to transfer it over to his hand. Fell out of his hand, through the glove, onto the ground. That's tough. Come on, Ems. Oh, I hope you're feeling better. There you go. Hell yeah. Brand new jerseys are always dope. It's like, when you get a brand new hat or brand new hoodie. Yeah, fucking A, man. Sometimes it happens. You just wear it for a day. Sometimes you wear it 2 days in a row. Fuck it. Sometimes 3 days in a row. It just depends on how you feel about it. Sometimes you don't leave the house, really, unless you got to go to get like groceries and whatnot. I mean, oh shit! Shohei Ohtani back. Gone. My God. Boom. He's like, let me bat second as pitcher. Shohei Ohtani, the best player in the world overall. Top 12 pitcher, usually top 10, top 12 hitter, sometimes top 10. I mean, one day he might be top 5 pitcher, top 5 hitter. I mean, would anyone be shocked? Not me. And we got a 2-2 tie ball game. Electric, baby. Showtime. Okay. I'll give you love, man. I'm a Mariner fan, but I'm not a hater. Nice job. That was pretty. Next up, center fielder Mike Trout. Well, at least we scored first, because I know if we didn't, there's a good chance that they would have run away with this. So I got to be happy that Kelenic got on early, and he was walking a couple people. I mean, how often does Ohtani have like 2-3 walks in the first inning, and then we get a homer? Wow! Crush Castillo. Jesus. That's going to be on all the Twitter apps, ESPN. So if you're just waiting to see that home run, based off my reaction, you'll see it here in probably about a minute once all the Twitter for Angels and Mariners put it up, and MLB Network and whatnot. Popped up. Got him. Nice. We always take it when Trout pops up and we end up getting an easy out. Let's go. End of the third, but we're knotted up at 2 now. Fucking Ohtani, you the man.
I need some positivity today. I'm trying to cover this spread, and your vibe is off, G. What's wrong with my vibe? We got to get you one of these, G.
Showtime. All right, let's go to the top of the 4th.
You see that? Spread's covered. Thank you, Mama. In a minute, G.
Man, let me tell you, fully producing a show while you're calling a game and not having someone do that part for you is definitely challenging. You got to be quick. All right, let's go to the top of the 4th inning. A 2-run jack for Jared Kelenic in the first. A 2-run jack in the bottom of the 3rd for Shohei Ohtani. Top of the 4th. Leading off 0 for 0, base on ball, catcher, big dumper, Cal Raleigh. Batting second this inning, 0 for 1 with a K, third baseman, Eugenio Suarez. And batting third for the Mariners, DHing for us tonight, Mike Ford. Let's go, baby. All right, let's take a look at the stat line. Shohei's got 5 Ks and a home run tonight. 2 for 2, a run with a home run, 2 RBIs, and he's got 5 fucking Ks in 3 innings pitched. Luis has got 5 Ks as well, but Luis Castillo does not have a 2-run bomb. Unfucking believable, this guy. That's why, I figured, for the Apple TV Plus, for the free trial, this would be a good time to use it. anyone gives a shit about the NBA, which I don't think anyone does on planet Earth, Nuggets 86, Heat 73. The Heat don't have a chance, and they're going to lose this game. They're going to go up 3-1, and realistically, they'll probably end up winning it in the next game, and they'll win the series in 5. I mean, at least Miami got a win. You know, we thought the most they would get is 2, but it looks like they're probably only going to get 1. Definitely more interesting doing Shohei Ohtani and Luis Castillo. And you get Mike Trout and Julio Rodriguez on top of that too. So fantastic matchup. Rivals. And they usually beat our ass. So anytime we can keep it close, it's fun. 216 average, 8 homers, 26 ribbies with a 707 OPS. My second favorite player on the roster. Switch hitter, right-handed, left-handed, plays catcher, doesn't get the love. Is one of the betting hitting catchers in the league, even though he's having a slow start to this season. And he was really the hero, the person that put us on the playoffs after that long drought of 20-plus years. And that particular photo right there. Chop foul. Oh, wow. Pitch is outside. Already? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Good. All right, good. 2-2 count. Better not drink all that. Frozen Snapple. That's some good stuff right there. Count is full. 3-2 count. Top of the 4th. Mariners 2. Angels 2. Cal Raleigh in the box. Shohei Ohtani on the mound. 3-2 pitch. Outside. Wild pitch. Cal Raleigh to first. Let's go. Philip in the building. What's good? Yeah, we're glad that you're here. That's crazy. Oh, of course. Deserves to get a shout out regardless. Just a cool thing. Oh, pitch is high. Almost hit Suarez in the face. Cal Raleigh at first. Game is tied at 2, top of the 4th. Eugenio Suarez batting .209, 6 homers this season, way below his average. But I think you're going to see an uptick, in Julio, Ty France. Jared Kelenic has always been solid this year. Teoscar, Cal, and Suarez, those are really the keys. I already know Julio and Ty, they've already been all-stars. Kelenic will be an all-star this year, even if it's a reserve. But Teoscar, Cal, and Suarez were so big for us last year, and they really haven't hit their stride just yet. But if we get those guys to do that, then we can get at least a couple games above 500 like the Angels, who are 34-30. That's where I feel our record should be. About 4 or 5 games above, but our hitting has been fucking terrible this year. Pitching has been pretty good, but our hitting has been ass. That's facts. I mean, we got Castillo, Logan Gilbert, Bryce Miller, George Kirby, Marco Gonzalez. We have a nice starting 5. There we go, Suarez. Oh, got him at first. No. Fuck, double play. Are you kidding me? You got to be shitting me. What a play right there. You got to be kidding me right there. Good awareness here. So Suarez, bloop, right to him. Throws it to first. Cal's too slow to get back. And then that's a double play. Jesus. Next up, DH Mike Ford. Pitch is low. 1 ball, no strikes. We're in the top of the 4th, knotted up at 2. It's nice because we have a lot of strikeouts, but we also have home runs. So it's like a nice balance where you got 5 Ks with each guy that is a top pitcher in the league, Ohtani and Castillo. But you also got Ohtani with a homer and Kelenic with a homer. So nice to be able to have a little bit of both, and that's what I was kind of hoping for. Oh, Yu Darvish is pitching. Another Asian sensation. I know that's your favorite. Definitely crazy how much the pitchers have changed. Back when I was a kid, it was like Hideo Nomo, and then you have like Daisuke Matsuzaka, from the Red Sox, and you had just like a few guys that were like okay, but nothing like the guys that are now. Like we've seen Yu Darvish kind of hit his stride. I mean, Ohtani is in a whole nother level. Obviously, Ichiro when he came over, just as being a Japanese player too. Normally it's just pitchers. And now you actually are seeing guys that are like positional players in the league, which is cool. Big swing and a miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Damn, 61-23 we've been outscored. Is that good to be outscored 61-23? Big swing and a miss. Sit down. Shohei. It's like, yeah, I got 6 Ks and I hit a home run. No big deal. All right, let's go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Oh, yeah, I definitely think, like I said, in the NHL Stanley Cup, I thought that maybe Florida as that Cinderella team would match up. And hopefully, I didn't know if they would be able to win any of the first games, in Vegas. And obviously they got killed 7-2, 5-2. But they played with a lot of heart in that game 3. They might be able to win game 4 in that particular series. And you might have something there. Still think Vegas is going to win the Stanley Cup. And then for the NBA Finals, the Joker is the best player on the planet. They're the only team in the league that play defense and rebound first. They remind me of the Spurs or that team with the Pistons that had Chauncey Billups, Tayshaun Prince, Rip Hamilton, Rasheed Wallace, Ben Wallace, or one of the Spurs teams with Tony Parker, Ginobili, Duncan, Robinson. You just feel it's different. Nobody can guard him. He's a triple-double machine, and I feel the only team that's going to be able to match up to Denver is Milwaukee, because then Giannis is the only guy that can match up to the Joker. I think player for player, skill set for skill set. No disrespect to Embiid, but I think Embiid would get dominated by the Joker. I mean, he'd get him in foul trouble. I think Embiid is a little too emotional, and he's the best center in the league, but he's no Patrick Ewing. He's no David Robinson. He's no Shaq. He's no Hakeem Olajuwon. He might be the best, but think about that. If he's the best, if DeAndre Ayton is his second best center, think about that for a second and how terrible that is. I mean, it's not the same type of league that we watched in the 80s and 90s. They're still good and they have potential, but to me, I think Denver definitely is going to get it done at home. The crowd is going to be way too lit, and they're not going to want to wait, for it to go to another game. They're just going to want to get the championship in front of their fans. So I would be shocked if it doesn't get ended in Game 5. Yeah. Well, of course, the more games that we have, right? If the refs do impact it, that's more money that they make. So, that's more beer they sell, more jerseys they sell, more merch, more insane price tickets. So obviously, if you're in the league for the NHL, MLB, or NBA, you don't want to see fucking sweeps. You want all the series go to 7, so you make more money. Top of the 4th? No. Bottom of the 4th. We're knotted up at 2. 1-1 count to Anthony Rendon. Oh, shit. Rendon. Back to the wall. Teoscar tried to get it. Stand-up double by Anthony Rendon. Nice job, Anthony. I did see it's closer now. It's 86-80. There's going to be teams that are going to make runs. But Uncle Mo, when you're going against someone like the Joker, it's like he can get you stat lines that are just ridiculous. And he's the best passing big man in the NBA. I mean, the guy can get 10 to 15 assists every game if he wanted to. I mean, he is a master at passing the basketball. 23 points, 12 rebounds. How many assists does he have right now? 4. He'll get a few more before the game's over. Next up, second baseman, Luis Rengifo. 225 average, 4 homers, 19 ribbies, 0 for 1 with the ground out. And that's very low for him. He was much better last year. He was kind of their sleeper player. If you watched Angel games, if Ohtani and Trout were off, Rengifo would be the guy that would bring them up and kind of give them that lift. But this year has been a little bit of a struggle. But hell, it's been a struggle for almost everyone in the fucking league. I mean, go and look at your favorite team and see if you have a 300 hitter. Most favorite teams and most teams that people watch don't have a 300 hitter. And if you do have a 300 hitter, you probably only have one. If you're blessed with 2 or more, then you're probably one of the best teams in the league. Maybe you're, like Tampa Bay Rays or like the Texas Rangers. They have the best plus minus differential, those two teams. And it's kind of cool seeing new teams do well. I just don't want the Mariners to be the casualty of these other teams doing well, like the Rangers. But Blue Jays and Mariners, good last year, not so much this year. Rays obviously taking advantage, Rangers taking advantage. Yankees and Astros will always kind of be good. And then in the National League, it's pretty much Dodgers, right? Braves, and then you'll get a sleeper team like the Diamondbacks, and then we'll see about the rest. Bottom of the fourth, 2-2 game, runner at second, 0-1 pitch from Castillo. Chopper right up the middle. Fuck! That's going to score a run. Damn it. 3-2 Angels. Fuck. Thank God we got runs early. Next up, first baseman Jared Walsh, 0 for 1 with a K. Got to stop giving so much love to the fucking Angels. Now they took the lead. Try not to be biased, and now it's getting out of hand. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2 count. Let's go, Louise. Plus, anyways, even if, I did a stream and I only did Mariner photos, I don't know, that'd just be weird. Got to be able to showcase some of the other goats on the other side. 0-2 pitch from Castillo. Outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Let's go, baby. Big swing and a miss. Got him. That's what I'm talking about, baby. You the man, Louise. Thank you, O. Let's go, baby. 6 Ks for Louise, 6 Ks for Ohtani. Just the difference is Ohtani went for a 2-run blast also. Next up, right fielder Mickey Moniak. Pitch on the corner, called for a ball, could have been a strike. Angels 3, Mariners 2, bottom of the fourth, runner at first, 1 away. Castillo 57 pitches in, and a 1-0 pitch to Mickey. Come on, Louise. Chopped foul, 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, I'm gonna try to watch as much as I can. I mean, I'm not sure what I'm gonna stream tomorrow. I mean, we got like Stanley Cup tomorrow, Game 4 in Florida. There's gonna be some baseball, and then obviously I have a choice to do either baseball or maybe NASCAR on Sunday. I just I guess it just depends on what the turnout is gonna be. But I do like road courses. I mean, I am one of the only people I feel that has that wide variety where I can pretty much do almost anything. Chop foul. I mean, the only thing I really don't enjoy as much is basketball. Like basketball used to be my favorite in the 80s and 90s, but now it's like NFL, college football, wrestling, baseball, NHL, NASCAR, and then all those. And then once all that's done, then we get to like basketball. I do like March Madness though. March Madness is fun, but I don't know. The NBA now isn't the same as it was in the 80s and 90s. Pitches outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And I don't want to just force myself to sit through something that I fucking hate for 3 hours. Like, I mean, I guess I can watch it, but I'm not going to enjoy it. But at least I enjoy like the other 6 major things that are out there. But do I still know what's going on? Do I still know who the best players are? Do I still watch the local Blazers, here in Oregon? Yeah. Do I watch? I just have it like in the background. I'm not going to just do it as like the headliner. There's other things that are a little more important, but I still keep up with everything. Big swing and a miss. Get him. Got him at second. Woo! Let's go. Nice. Strikeout, and we threw a guy out at second. Nice little double there. Well, I think nowadays with like horses and sport betting, on whatever it is, and prop bets. I mean, there's a lot of people that, watch different people like myself, that do a lot of work with the reading and the film study. So that way they can make money. And like I said, sometimes, you have to go deeper. Like you have to look at like, home and away. Is it turf or is it grass? What's the weather going to be like? You have to look at the injury report. Like if you want to be able to be successful, it's not just like, oh, luck, I just like pick this team or pick this horse and win. A lot of research. Someone is doing the research for these guys usually that are making the money. They're not just blindly picking. They got an insider guy, whoever that may be. So, yeah, I want to be able to do NASCAR. Are you going to be available if I do the race on Sunday? It's at like 12:30 Pacific time. I might do 2 streams on that day. I got to see kind of how I'm feeling and whatnot, but I mean, I'm going to be watching it. I mean, it's Sonoma, it's road course. Like I said, some people can't really dig the oval and like the short tracks if that's not your thing. But whenever it's a road course, it kind of gives you that Gran Turismo vibe. And, if you played video games back in the day, I mean, road courses are always dope. And there's always kind of drifting and craziness that happens. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to watch. And last year, as a Mexican-American, Daniel Suarez, has been in NASCAR Cup for 6-7 years, never won a race, and he finally won his first race to be able to represent Mexico and all the Latinos and Latinas across the world, not only in the NASCAR world but just in the racing world. And I thought that was pretty cool. That way that you can actually support your heritage, but also finally getting over the hump. I mean, a lot of guys would have just fucking quit or just gave up. I mean, imagine racing 20 plus races a year, 7 years. That's like 140 races, and then you finally win one. I mean, we saw Blaney just a couple weeks ago when he won a race after just a while, fucking tearing up and getting kind of like, didn't know if I was going to ever win again. I mean, the competition is fierce in NASCAR. That's facts. And I don't know if Chase Elliott's going to turn it around, but we might have to wait till next year. Hopefully he wins at least one race so we can get him in the playoff. But he fucked up doing the whole skiing, snowboarding thing. He fucked himself. So, all right, we're going to the top of the 5th. Top of the 5th, Angels 3, Mariners 2. Leading off, second baseman Jose Caballero. Batting second, shortstop J.P. Crawford. And batting third, center fielder Julio Rodriguez. Let's go, Jose. Takes a ball, 1-0 count. 247 average and limited at-bats, 2 homers, 13 ribbies, 0 for 1 with a ground out, and he's replacing Colton Wong, which was the Wong decision to bring him over. He's fucking terrible. Colton Wong can do all right at defense like J.P. Crawford, but he started the season off like 1 for 44. Like, you're fucked at that point. Your batting average was like .60, like under 1, so it's been hard for him to be able to get going. So you'd rather have a guy that's a better hitter, and if he's not as good as defense as Colton Wong, you can accept that. Other guys will step up. Mariners need fucking hits. All right, I hope you feel better. Oh, okay. Yeah, chances are if you'll be there, I'll do the race and we can hang out together. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not. Count is full. I mean, like I said, it's kind of hit or miss. Sometimes, we'll get a good turnout. Sometimes, it also depends if it's like a holiday weekend and whatnot. But I feel kind of NASCAR numbers have been down for every streamer in general in 2023 compared to last year. Seems like the numbers overall, more people were watching at home. And then now those people are either watching other channels or no channels, or they're, at someone else's house and they don't have their phone or computer, as a screen to watch, with other people. But I mean, I'm still having fun watching it. It gives us something else to do, Next up, J.P. Crawford. Jose's at first. 1 ball, no strikes. Come on, JP. Top of the 5th, Angels 3, Mariners 2, runner at first. JP, good eye. 2 balls, no strikes. I wish that Julio would just like take notes on JP Crawford in the box and Ty France. Those guys are very patient in the box. It's like Julio, doesn't matter what the first 2 pitches are. They could be like wide right, 10 feet. He's still swinging. Like, you need to be patient. Don't try to go for that home run on the first pitch that you do a big swing every fucking at bat. Popped up. It's going foul. Good. It dropped. Every 1 out of like 20 at bats, maybe on the first pitch, at first at bat, then eventually you'll get a homer. But I mean, think about how many other outs that you've gotten up to that point. Instead of getting 1 home run and maybe like 12 or 13 outs, maybe you could have gotten, no home runs, but then you got a triple, maybe 3 doubles, maybe 4 singles, and then, a home run down the road. But, we need you to be able to help the team. And he's kind of been hurting the team. Come on, JP. JP pops up. Ward, 1 away. Next up, center fielder Julio Rodriguez, 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. Oh, Shohei Ohtani, 2018 AL Rookie of the Year, 2021 AL Most Valuable Player, 2022 AL MVP runner-up, 2023 MVP World Baseball Classic MVP. Shohei Ohtani, kind of good. Yeah, and if Judge didn't have that monster year, he would have got the MVP. It's like he almost would get the MVP every year. Same thing with like the Joker and kind of Giannis. It's like you got a couple guys that are so good right now, you just kind of flip-flop. Aaron Judge, Ohtani, Aaron Judge. Joker, Giannis, Joker, even though Embiid was sprinkled in this year. But it's a regular season award, not a postseason award. So top of the 5th, Angels 3, Mariners 2. Come on, baby. We need some runs. Come on, Julio. One 0 pitch. Big swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Come on, Julio. Shohei struck him out of the sweeper in the first inning. 3rd inning, struck out looking. Come on, baby. Ball in. Let's go, baby. Oh, he hit him. Shit. Ohtani prays to the gods. He turns around and he says sorry right away. That was not on purpose. We've fought with the Angels before, but we know it's not usually with Ohtani. He's not a dirty player. That one just went out of his hands, got loose. Luckily, it didn't hit Julio in the face. It hit him more in the shoulder, it looks like. Let's look at the replay. Oh, kind of hit him in the wrist, in the hand. And Pete Alonso got hit a couple games ago, and then he's out for weeks. So a lot of times when you're getting a 90 to 100 mile an hour pitch and it hits you in the wrist below the pad, that can put you on the injured list real fast. It looks like Julio's okay. Ohtani says sorry, so everything is good. Next up, first baseman Ty France. Here we go. Top of the 5th, Angels 3, Mariners 2. Runners at first and second with 1 out. 0-1 count to Ty France, 274 average, 5 homers, 27 ribbies, 760 OPS, 1 for 2, a single early on. Let's go, Ty. Big swing and a miss. 0-2 count. Oh, damn it, Shohei. Why are you so good? He's like, oh, you know why I'm good. Yeah, you're a phenom. Not only once in a generation, once in a lifetime player. Talking like the modern day Babe Ruth, but he's a better pitcher than Babe Ruth was. Pitches high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Shohei's got 6 Ks. 1-2 pitch. Ty pops it up. Out of play. Grab it. Oh! There's about 4 fans that went for that one, all real close. I mean, if you are a fan of the Angels, to have an opportunity to get a Trout or an Ohtani ball at home, that's pretty sweet. 2 Hall of Famers, 2 of the best to ever play. And I haven't seen the Angels. That's one team that's still on my bucket list. I have not seen them in person. I definitely, and obviously we know Ohtani's probably on the move unless the Angels make a deep run. But even if they make a deep run and make the playoffs, I don't think he'll be there. I mean, why would you stay on the Angels when you could go to like the Dodgers or the Yankees or, somewhere else? Padres will offer a shitload of money, but that'll just up the price for him. Padres will be like, oh, we'll offer you $600 million. And then, we'll see what the deal ends up being. I would love to have Shohei in Seattle, but I don't think we're going to be able to afford him for what he wants, unless he wants to take less money and then just try to get a championship for Seattle. We have a good Japanese following with Ichiro and a lot of the other Japanese players we've had in the past, but I'm not sure if he has enough love for Seattle to hop division rivals. Ty popped up, a little blooper. Yes! Go, 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 go. Yeah, baby. Jose scores. Yes, sir. Runners on the corners, and we tied it up. 3-3, baby. Let's go. Yes, sir. Nice job, Ty. Next up, left fielder, Jared Kelenic. Nice. I knew this game was going to be good. Better than the NBA Finals for sure. Tied up. 97-87 Nuggets, and they're not losing. They're going to win in 5 at home. One away. Double play. Yeah. Well, I will see. We'll see, like I said, it all depends on what's going to, who's going to show up and whatnot and where we're going to be at. So we'll figure that out. Yeah. You can watch the game. You just go to either Apple TV if you have like an Apple product, right? Or you can go to Mariners Twitter and, if you have a debit or credit card, they don't charge anything. And you can either get a week for free, and then you can cancel if you need to and don't get charged. That's what I'm doing. And they also have one where it's 1 month free, and there's another one that's 2 months free. So like I said, if you can have it for 2 months for free, they don't charge your card, right, at all. And then you can watch all the content and just write down when you need to make the decision if you want to keep it or not. And then I think it's only like $6 or $7 after. And if people don't keep it after, I mean, at least you get to watch cool games like this. So, I'm just trying to help you out. I know at this point, I mean, that's the whole reason that I signed up. And I mean, I do games every day. So I was either doing the NBA Finals or signing up for this, free preview. And when I saw it was Castillo and Ohtani, that was already an easy decision for me. I mean, I've been a Mariner fan since like 85. So, I mean, we don't really have too many, great years that we can really be proud of. And this is a good matchup, good rival. So, it is what it is. Yeah. And obviously Apple TV announcers and YouTube announcers, when they have the games exclusively on YouTube or Apple TV, are not as good as your local broadcasters. That's facts. But, that's what they do, with the money. They spread all these games around on Peacock, Apple TV, whoever's willing to pay the fucking money. That's what they do. And they also have other like websites where you can like stream, but a lot of those streaming websites have eliminated baseball, where they have like NFL, NHL, NBA. And so, yeah, when they do the Apple TV, it's like you either have it and you watch it or you're not able to watch it, but you can't sign up for a free preview. I mean, I'm doing it. They got like Joe Lasso and a lot of this other like original program that I mean, I haven't seen it. I mean, I've heard of some of the things and stuff, but there is quite a bit of content. Probably not enough good content for me to keep unless we keep getting insane matchups that I can only do on Apple TV, but I'm definitely I'm gonna browse through the content and see what's on there. Yeah, I'm believe it or not, everyone is always shocked by that, but I'm 41. So I just, I got the baby face and whatnot. So I was born in 82. So I'm an 80s baby. So I appreciate that. I got an energy like I'm 24, and that's always been my, they've always told me I had the radio TV voice, but back in the day when I was like in junior high and high school and whatnot. So that was before podcasts came out, but now it's like, oh, you got the podcast TV voice, radio voice. So yeah, but I've been a fan for a long time. I met Ken Griffey Jr. and Sandy Koufax. So this is me and my dad and Ken Griffey Jr. when I'm 7 years old. Look at that fro. and that's Griffey in his rookie year. And then there's the autograph on the rated rookie, Don Russell. How much time Griffey put in for me when he signed it. Spelled his whole name, Ken Griffey Jr. I mean, no wonder he's my hero, besides my dad. And then I met Sandy Koufax. My dad's been a fan of the Dodgers since the 50s. He's lived in Hawaii and LA, and Koufax is the best left-handed pitcher ever. Griffey, the best left-handed hitter ever. And I met him at 7, met him at 10. Still have, the autographs, and we still go to games today. So, and I do Dodger games in honor of my dad too. So, all right, bottom of the 5th. We're knotted up at 3. 1 out, 1-0 pitch from Castillo. Bottom of the 5th, Seattle 3, Los Angeles 3, 2-1 count to Zach Neto. That was a strike. 2-2 count. Luis Castillo is on pitch 70. Come on, Luis. He's got 8 Ks. Shohei's got 6. Yeah, it was his toe. I think he slammed his foot into the door, making that catch and whatnot. So there's a couple little minor injuries. I think he's just kind of trying to heal up. I think he's on the 10 or 15 day, and he walked him. Damn it. But, I mean, he'll be back. And, again, like I said, if those will be the 2 guys more than likely in the MVP conversation towards the end, unless, like, Yordan Alvarez starts getting really, really hot. But, normally it's Judge and Ohtani. But looks like Ohtani will probably win it this year. Yeah, and I like Judge a lot. Like, you're probably new to the channel and whatnot, but, I went to a couple Mariner games last year, and I've had incredible luck. I've gone to like 7 games, and I've gotten 3 baseballs. I got a Kike Hernandez foul ball when he was on the Dodgers a year or 2 before COVID with my dad. Then I went with one of my best friends, Justin, and I got a Julio Rodriguez rookie foul ball last year against the Royals. And then about a month later, I went to go see the Yankees, and I told everyone I was going to get an Aaron Judge ball, and I did. So I don't know what the chances of getting a Julio Rodriguez rookie ball and an Aaron Judge ball in the same season, and that historic 62 home run season, probably 1 in 10 billion. But I made it happen last year. So pretty cool, man. And I got assaulted on 2 of the 3 baseballs that I got. One guy body checked me for the Kike Hernandez ball. My knees bled for 9 innings as he dropped it twice. He had a mitt, and he was on the aisle next to the rail. And I was 3rd in. And I slid past an old, like, grandma and grandpa, and he dropped it twice. I scooped it up, and I was wearing shorts with my Griffey jersey, and he did a big check, and he thought that I would drop the ball, and I didn't, and my knees hit the steps, and I was just bleeding for like 9 innings. But I got the ball, so, obviously I was happy. And then when I got the Aaron Judge ball, there was a girl, Karen, and she was cute, in her 20s, blonde, and she had the Aaron Judge jersey on. It was my boy Preston, her in a row in front of us in the middle, and then me. And Preston had a mitt, the girl, and me did not. And it, we all of our hands kind of went in, and it went up from Aaron Judge when he threw it after the inning ended, and I ended up getting it when it went up in the air. And we were in the middle too, so it's like if the ball didn't go like 3 feet in front of me, 3 feet to the left, 3 feet to the right, then I wouldn't have got it. Because normally I like to sit in the aisle so that way I can run up and down and try to get foul balls. And this time we were sitting in like seat 7 and 8, so I had no chance to move. It just so happens that after the inning ended, the Yankees usually don't throw baseballs to the Yankee fans in Seattle as much. The Mariners do it after every inning. Typically it's J.P. Crawford, and he'll throw it up into the Mariner, dugout area to kids and adults and whatnot. They do usually 9, throughout a game. Typically after the inning ends, they'll usually do 8 or 9. But with the Yankees, they usually only do like 2 or 3, believe it or not. So one went to a kid, the other one went to, maybe farther to the right of us. And then there was just that one opportunity for me. And I was able to get the Aaron Judge ball. So, and Yankee fans were thirsty. They were offering me $200 or $300 for it. And I was like, no. But the lady that didn't get it, she turned around and started screaming at me, and she actually slapped me in the leg. She's like, look at me. And she was just pissed. But I was like, I mean, imagine if I would have did that. You know, her boyfriend was there wearing a Griffey jersey. There was like a son there that had an Aaron Judge, and then her mom and dad, this old ass grandma and grandpa were there. You know, but like you obviously don't know baseball etiquette. You can't just put your hands on someone. Imagine if I would have screamed at her and I slapped her on the leg. I would have been fucking arrested, and I could have been a dick, and I could have got them thrown out of the game. But I was like, I got the Aaron Judge ball. You're an idiot, so you know it is what it is. Got him with the strikeout. Nice job. Yeah, but it's obviously a good story. You know, people at baseball games, like I said, if you don't take advantage and you're not paying attention within that first second and a half, you're not going to get the ball. And I'm never on my phone when I go to baseball games. I'm always paying attention. You know, it's like some people will be drinking beer heavy. They'll be eating the beer. They'll be eating the nachos out of the helmet. You know, you got to be ready if you want a souvenir. Ohtani. Damn, Ohtani with a double. Moves another runner over to third. Damn it. Nice job, Ohtani. Next up, center fielder Mike Trout. We're knotted up at 3, and now they're priming to take the lead. Thank you, Mike, for Bella's birthday, 1969. I appreciate you. Thank you, Mike. Mike Morgan, $19.69. Bang, bang, stacks on stacks, racks on racks. Cactus Jack. Bang, bang, $19.69, $20 dono. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Bottom of the 5th. Runners at second and third, 2 away. We're knotted up at 3 in the box. Mike Trout 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout. 260 average, 14 homers, 35 ribbies, and an 847 OPS this season. 1-1 pitch from Castillo. Chop foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Come on, Luis. Let's go, baby. One-two pitch from Castillo. Come on, Louise. You're doing great. 9 Ks. I wanted 10. You know, I was really hoping that we could get 10 and 10, or maybe one person would get 8 and the other person would get 10 or more. And I thought it would probably be Ohtani getting closer to 10 first, but Ohtani right now has 6. Luis Castillo, believe it or not, has 9. Trout, 2-2 pitch. Come on, Louise. Come on, baby. Got him. Yes, sir. 10 Ks for my boy. Ha-ha. We definitely saved ourselves that right there. Normally, we're giving up a couple hits and they take the lead and we're down 5-3. 9 times out of 10 in that scenario. Nice job, Louise. That's how we do it, baby. Let's go to the top of the 6th. Final score, Nuggets 108, Miami Heat 95, not a series. And we already know what's going to happen moving forward. You already know what it is. Denver leads 3-1. Next game is in Denver, and then the NBA Finals is over. He's got nobody to match up to the Joker. Even when the Joker doesn't have like the 40 or 50-point game, the guy is an automatic 20, 10, and 10, or 20, 15, and 10, or 30, 20, and 15, or 35, 15, and 15, 35, 15, and 10. It's just ridiculous. Let's see his stat line. 23, 12. How many assists did he have? Not as many. He only had 4. But like I said, let's see what the other guys did. There's someone else that had to have had a big game. Brown had 21 off the bench. Normally it's Jamal Murray, but he had 15. But the real hero was Aaron Gordon with 27. And he's kind of like a poor man's Blake Griffin, but it's like exactly what the Nuggets need as a power forward. He's not as good as like a Karl Malone or a Charles Barkley type of guy, but he's kind of a bruiser. He uses his big upper body weight and kind of just bullies guys for easy dunks and layups. And that's exactly what Denver needs. Nice job. And let me know any type of pictures at whatever point during the commercial breaks. I can take care of you, Mike, if there's anything that you want to see. You know, any NASCAR photos, anything Alabama, you let me know. Any of your favorites, I got you. Top of the 6th inning, leading off for the Mariners, 0 for 1 with the base on ball. Right fielder, Teoscar Hernandez. Batting second this inning, catcher, big dumper, Cal Raleigh. And batting third this inning, third baseman, Eugenio Suarez. Let's go, baby. Oh, we got a pitching change. Ohtani's out. Well, it's 3-1, right? But game 5 is in Denver. What are the chances after you beat up Miami, you know, in their place, right, that you're going to go back to Denver when you know you can win the championship? You think the fans are going to let them not win that game? Like, momentum is everything. And if you get good crowd participation, you know, I mean, is there a chance that the Heat win game 5 in Denver? Of course. You know, and then they have a chance to go back to Miami in game 6 and try to win that, get to game 7. And you definitely wouldn't win that because that would be in Denver. But it just seems like, you know, one team is a varsity team and the other team is a freshman team. I feel that way with the Vegas Golden Knights and the Florida Panthers, and the same thing with the Miami Heat and the Denver Nuggets. You know, it's the Vegas Golden Knights and the Stanley Cup and the Denver Nuggets. It's those teams' championships to lose. Those are the 2 best teams in the sport right now. You know, it's not like the Florida Panthers and Miami Heat are terrible, but they're just not as good as the top dogs. Facts. Oh, it's all good. Well, like I said, if you had to create, you know, an account and go from Mike to Michael, it's all good. Fabella. Top of the 6th. Pitches inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Wow, 101 from Joyce. Come on, Dumper. All right, Philip, you got a favorite player? No, don't. I do everything, bro. Like I said, we're not, you know, average here. You know, I do literally every sport. If you actually look at my content compared to any other streamer on YouTube, I do just as much as anyone, and I kind of do more. You know, because a lot of people, they stick to like football and they do their team, or maybe they do Monday night, Thursday night, Sunday night. You know what I mean? But I'm doing like all the NFL teams. I do a lot of the college football. I do WWE, AEW. We're doing NHL. I do NBA. I do MLB. Hell, I do NASCAR. So, I mean, when people come to the channel, I'll call the game or we'll do a watch party. But I usually don't talk about, you know, whatever's going on the whole time. And then after the event is over, we usually go into like old school wrestling picks from like the 70s, 80s, and 90s with like DX or NWO, or sometimes we'll do food and I'll find like the best breakfast food in HD or 4K, or we'll do like Mexican food or burgers, you know, just something, you know, good for the mental health and whatnot. So, you know, I'm always grinding and I'm always vibing. So, and then I usually like to try to get you in a good background too. So like after the game is over, for example, this is kind of where we would typically go. So we have obviously the game here in Anaheim. And then when we go into like a little freestyle after, boom, you know, just like that, we're, you know, somewhere tropical. When you see water, it makes you feel good. It puts you in a better mood. Then we start throwing some nice HD 4K photos of whatever, cars, food, wrestlers, whatever we want, our favorite players in, you know, in sports, past and present. And then, you know, it ends up being a good stream. It's good for the mental health. I'm versatile here. Yeah, I never apologize for talking about something else. You're good. To be honest, I don't really have any anything really on that. I mean, for me, I used to be heavy on beer. I used to do streams on here where I'd be like, I drink beer. We fucking talk about whatever, NFL. And I'd be slamming down Coronas and Modelo's, Coronas with lime. I would do like Modelo Cheladas with like the mango and the pineapple, which was amazing. But then I was like, well, I was getting kind of fat, and I was like, I need to exercise with my pup. I got an American Staffordshire, which is kind of like a pit bull type. It's like an offset of a pit bull, but it's not. And it's kind of like in the Pitty family, but it's an off breed. So me and the pup, we'll go for walks. And then I stopped really drinking a lot of beer and hard alcohol. And now I'm doing like Snapples, like kiwi strawberry, mango madness. And then I do like Gatorade. And then I'll just throw it in the freezer for like an hour. And then it ends up turning into kind of like a slushy, for like summertime. And then when it's frozen like that, it's perfect because it tastes great. And then as it melts, it still stays cold. And, you don't have to like throw it back into the fridge, because the worst thing, well, I guess it just depends on how you like your drink. Some people like it room temperature. I like mine as cold as possible. So Guns N' Roses. Okay, we can do that. Yeah, anything for you, bro. I mean, anyone that's willing to donate to help me do my dream full time, it means a lot. It's like the most important thing in my life besides Paisley. So it's like, I didn't sacrifice a Michael Jordan rookie card PSA 9 worth 20 to 30,000 for this dream for nothing. So I appreciate you. I'll get you some fire. And anyone that donates, you can get anything that you want, pretty much, as long as it's up to terms here, obviously with the YouTube and whatnot. See if I can squeeze one more in here. You got to work fast. You got to know the internets and the interwebs, It's like one thing when most people do a stream and they just talk the whole time, but when you're actually producing a show and you're doing everything, you definitely have to be very quick and know what you're doing. So most people don't produce their shows. Yeah. Who are your favorite New York athletes of all time, like past or present? Or you can even just throw down like who your favorite teams are. I like to get to know the people that, come through and hang out. I pretty much know, everyone that donates to me when they donate for the very first time, whether it be 99 cents or 1,300. We've had a wide variety of donos. It's just nice to be able to, keep track of where people are from, who they root for, who they like, who they don't like. And it takes a lot of time to memorize that type of stuff. But if you care about the people, no channel wouldn't be anything without the people that are getting supported by those people. So try to have gratitude and give love back. All right, top of the sixth. No outs. Runner at first, 3-3. Raleigh, chop foul, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Let's go, Cal. Yeah, but my main thing is just not being biased and being able to give honest opinions and takes that aren't bullshit. Like when you see like Skip and Shannon and all these shows, all the good shows are garbage now. Good Morning Football doesn't have Nate or Kay. Not a good show anymore, right? You had fucking Skip and Shannon, no more Shannon, right? Everyone is dipping. You had Colin Coward with obviously a very beautiful host, right? She ended up leaving, so you don't have her there anymore. Like everyone's like Joy Taylor. It's just like every show is not what it used to be. Hell, Pat McAfee's going for millions and millions of dollars on ESPN, but it's not going to be the same show. They may try to make it the same for like the first 6 months to a year, but unless you're swearing and being authentic, that's the whole reason people like that show. Because you were real, you were honest, you were genuine. You don't have to wear a fucking suit. I get it, you got sponsors, but you didn't have to sell out. Like I get money is money, and you have to have big companies endorse you, but you could still be able to be that dude, and they could have went to you instead of you going to them. They could have put their products on your platform. You could have been the sole proprietor of your own shit. You know what I mean? You didn't have to sell out, and then you could have been the same. Because I guarantee once he goes to ESPN, the ratings, they may get some, young people or old people that aren't familiar with them, and they might get fans that way. But a lot of the OGs are going to not watch as much because it's going to be a watered down version of who he is, because he won't be able to swear and it won't be the same. That's just my opinion. And that was one of the last shows that I thought that was going to be really good that was left, just because it was raw, it was real, it was authentic. And if you have to swear sometimes, fuck it. I mean, it's real. That's, you don't have to fucking water shit down for everyone. Swearing is a fucking part of life, especially in sports. It's like what? Like Dick's Sporting Goods doesn't want to fucking work because Pat says shit. I mean, give me a break, It's like people are going to go there or not go there. It's up to them. So you just got to be true to yourself. And that's the problem. I just feel that a lot of times money changes people, and then it just changes the overall product. And if it changes the product, then it's not the same. Let's go Suarez. Yeah, but when you have a passion for something, it doesn't feel necessarily all the time like work, even though it is. But I mean, I definitely do a lot of reading and film study. Chopper to Rendon. 2 away. Fuck. Are we going to take Mike Ford out? We need someone better than Mike Ford at TH. Our DH sucks. It's like Pollock and a lot of other guys that we tried to. Trammell. Top of the 6th. Still knotted up at 3. Runner at first, 2 away. First pitch is low. 1 ball, no strikes. Let's go, Mike. Mike Ford. You don't really have any expectations at the DH position. Hitting has just been terrible for us this year. 1-0 pitch. Pitch is low. 2 balls, no strikes. He's ahead of the count. Let's go, Mike. You love the Mets and the Nationals. Machado, Nimmo, Rizzo. Nice. I can get you some photos of those guys. Sometimes I do streams of those other teams. I don't do just Mariners and Dodgers for my dad. I'll do good matchups. Popped up, and he's out. All right, let's go to the bottom of the 6th. Let's get some photos up for you guys that have been supporting. All right, let's go here. Let's hook you up.
Changing for the better. The farmer's dog is just our way to help people take care of them.
One favorite sweatshirt, 2 catch-it glues, 1 stinky dog. Arm & Hammer plus OxyClean with odor blasters. Triple power action blasts away stains and obliterates odors. For long-lasting freshness that's priced right. More power to you.
Cut water. Open the bar.
Meaningful actions are not always big. But one by one, they can add up to something incredible. Because when you tap or order online with your MasterCard...
Yeah, we got some people that are Padre fans on the channel.
MasterCard will donate 1 more cent up to $5 million to stand
You like Nimmo?
As individuals, we are powerful. But never as powerful as we
Yeah, I actually saw the play where
The strength of us, priceless.
oh boy got his wrist injured. That was tough to watch. And then Tommy Pham came in. And then Rizzo. I got you, man. I appreciate you. Said his favorite players are Manny Machado, Brandon Nimmo, Anthony Rizzo. I got you, bro. That's what we do here. All right, we're in the bottom of the 6th, knotted up at 3. Next up for the Angels in the bottom of the 6th, third baseman Anthony Rendon. Batting second this inning, second baseman Luis Rengifo. And batting third, first baseman Jared Walsh. Rendon walks out of the batter's box. 1-1 count. Oh, did they hit him? Jose in the building. What's good? Yeah, I'm just watching it on Apple TV, so I have it live. So I'm not really sure if someone else's Apple TV is faster somewhere else in the country and whatnot, but I mean, I assume I have it as live as anyone else, but sometimes when you have a cable provider, like I'll be on ESPN just to look up like the stats and it'll have that with me. I usually have like 8 screens up, and sometimes the score on the ESPN app will reflect sooner than what I'm actually watching live through my cable provider. So there's always, when you go to like links on streams that do the streaming, you have like a 30-second to a minute delay. But even on normal paid services through cable and satellite, sometimes depending on where you're in the country, sometimes there's a little bit of a delay as well, which is kind of crazy. Bottom of the 6th, we're knotted up at 3. Runner at first, 1-0 count. Luis Rengifo in the box. And he's kind of their X factor. At least he was last year. He's struggling this year, but hopefully after the All-Star break, he'll start heating up. Big swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. Let's go, Luis. Heaters all day, every day. 10 Ks for Castillo, 6 only for Ohtani. Let's go, Castillo. Big swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Let's go, baby. I appreciate that. One-two pitch. Pitches outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. It's about a batter behind you. Really? Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, and I have it live. I don't have it like on a delay or anything. I mean, I'm in Oregon right here, so usually I watch on Root Sports for us locally here for Oregon and people that live in Seattle and in Washington. That's our like local broadcast. That's usually what we watch our stuff on here, or like MLB Network or ESPN, if you have that occasional game. So, wow, that's crazy. Pitches outside, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Count is full. I am not sure. I mean, since this is on Apple TV, I've had to kind of focus on that. It's sometimes when games are a little bit slower, I'm able to hop around and watch multiple games at once and hop around on like 4 or 5 different screens. But usually when it's on Apple TV, I got to focus on what's going on. Popped up, 1 away. Rengifo popped out to third. Next up, first baseman Jared Walsh. 0 for 2 with 2 Ks. Absolutely. It's like why I go to water, and I have to go to the river spot with Paisley every day and walk my pup there. It's just good for my mental health if I feel I'm having kind of a stressed out day. And luckily we, I live in Oregon, so we got wineries, we got breweries, we got dispensaries. So everything is kind of at the disposal. And it's just nice to be able to, relax and be able to spend some time outside. But it was raining today, so we didn't get a chance to go today. But the next 6, 7, 8 days, we should have sun. So, but even though it was raining today, I still got my 45 minutes in with Paisley just a little bit earlier this morning, 8 in the morning. And a little drizzle, but Paisley was still down to go out and, have fun outside. I feel like we're both meant to be outside. So bottom of the 6th, we're knotted up at 3. Hell of a game. Runner at first, 1 away. Castillo still in there. 1-2 pitch. Popped up foul for Walsh. Get that. Come on, Gino. Yes. 2 away. Next up, right fielder, Mickey Moniak. Let's go, Louise. First pitch. Big swing and a miss. 0-1 count. Man, he is bringing heaters. Surprised that he's did better than Ohtani tonight, but that's exactly what we needed. We needed him to outplay Ohtani, and we needed to get hits and runs early, and we got a 2-run smash from Kelenic to make it 2-0, but it's been pretty much momentum-wise. It was Mariners, Angels, Mariners. So, we got it to 3, but, this game could go either way. 0-2 count to Mickey. Come on, Louise. 0-2 pitch from Castillo. Pitches outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, mental health is big. You know what I mean? Like sometimes just being able to hang out with people and, just enjoy sports or wrestling or NASCAR, whatever we're doing. Definitely. 1-2 pitch. Oh, baby. Back to the wall. Ooh. Wow. 2-run homer for Mickey Moniak. 5-3 Angels. Damn it. Julio jumped for it too. Wow. Nice job, Angels. I can't be a hater. Nice job, Mickey. He said, let that thing sing. Fuck that. Angels up. It's like every time we feel like we're getting kind of close. It's expected, though. They're 34-30. We're 30-31, so. Next out, catcher Chad Wallach. 0-for-2 with 2 Ks. 0-1 pitch. Pitches outside and low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Let's get the fuck out of this inning, damn it. Fucking Castillo had 10 Ks, too. That was rough. Pitches outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. Come on, Louise. Keep fighting. Two 2-1 pitch. Pitches inside. 3 balls, 1 strike. I feel Louise is starting to lose the control, but we only need 1 more out. It's just crazy how you can lose your control and you only need 1 more out, but you just can't get it. You know what I mean? And then you just give up hit, home run, hit, home run. Nice pitch right there. Got him with a strike swinging. Now count is full. Come on, Louise. You didn't get 10 Ks for nothing. Let's make it 11. I appreciate that. Popped foul. Count stays full. Three, 2 pitch. Popped up. All right, this should be the end of the inning. Get it, Cal. Moniak. Top of the 7th, 5-3. Damn. End of the 6th, 5-3 Angels.
We were enjoying a moment with the Oreo Brookie Blizzard. Okay. This is more like it.
Next up for the Mariners in the top of the 7th, 0 for 1 with a run with a base on ball, Jose Caballero. Batting second, 0 for 2 with a run and a base on ball, shortstop, J.P. Crawford. And batting third, 0 for 2 with 2 Ks, center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. Let's go. So we're not out of it yet. I mean, it doesn't look good, but.
Your stomach might not feel so good. If that sounds like you, replace your afternoon cup with 5-Hour Energy. It's perfect for when you're feeling coffeeed out. Coffee in the morning, 5-Hour Energy after. Your stomach will thank you. Discover 5-Hour Energy.
All right, I'm going to go check up on my pup here real quick. Just make sure that she's okay. And then I will be back here in just a second.
Honestly, I don't care. Find the perfect vacation rental for you. Booking.com. Booking.yeah. I gotta make time for you. Take the room for a cup of tea. I gotta make time for you. Find your me time. I gotta make time for me. Whoa, that's good.
Suit up this season at MLBShop.com. Check out the largest selection of authentic caps, t-shirts, collectibles, and more. You're up with your favorite team at MLBShop.com. The Kelenics giving the Angels the lead. It's 5-3 entering the 7th, and Jacob Webb's still out there. As Jose Caballero looks at a strike. Luis Castillo is at
First pitch strike
10 strikeouts with 2
to Jose. Come on, Jose.
Yeah, he's gonna look at the film and say, I can't miss, especially if they don't run the counts and he did. And both those
Pitches low and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. I don't bet because I'm superstitious, but I usually give people bets and they win a hell of a lot of money off me usually. I mean, I usually am not wrong when it comes to championship games and big games. I mean, no one's ever going to be perfect. But again, I also read 4, 5, 6 hours a day and do a couple hours of film study on all sports. So I usually have a little bit of an edge on most people, especially if I'm doing basketball, baseball, football, hockey, NASCAR, wrestling. I mean, there's nothing really that I don't leave untouched. So. Yeah, let's say Apple TV Plus. So anytime it ends up being on there, you know, that's still going to be the only way you're going to be able to get the game. Top of the 7th, Angels 5, Mariners 3. 1 away. J.P. Crawford in the box. Let's go, baby. Oh, 1 pitch from Webb. Behind in the count, 0-2 count to J.P. Crawford. 238 average, 3 homers, 22 ribbies, and an OPS of 681 this season. A lot of us have kind of underwhelmed as far as the Mariners. Chop foul. Count still stays 0-2. I mean, I know if I bet off my predictions, I could make a lot of money. I mean, I'm not, like I said, I think my percentages on predictions usually are, I would say, 70% or better, but sometimes it could be, 80%, 90%. It just, if you can kind of tell, and read between the lines and you know how series typically go, like a lot of series go 6 games, if the other team is good, but not good enough, not a lot of series end in sweeps. Some will end in 5 games. Most will end in 6. And if both teams are equal, then you might be able to get a 7-game series, but the home team will typically win, that home game 7 if it's the very, very end. But we've seen like the Celtics, and certain teams that could, be down in the series, 3-0, force, a game 7, but just can't get it done. And then that's obviously when you don't have a good coach in Missoula. J.P. Crawford on the 2-2 pitch pops up. 1 away, 2 away. Next up, center fielder Julio Rodriguez. 0 for 2 with 2 Ks so far. Julio's my favorite player now. Obviously, I'm more of a Griffey, Randy Johnson, Ichiro, Edgar Martinez, Julio Rodriguez kind of guy. But he just needs to be more patient in the box, and that's why his batting average is so shitty this year. Always swings on the first pitch and second pitch, regardless of where it's at. He thinks he's going to get a first pitch strike homer, and it fucking never happens. Like, I mean, it maybe happens 1 out of every 50 at bats, but I mean, his average could be 300 if he just was a little bit more patient in the box. I mean, he's 244, which is a little bit lower than I'd like. At least 284. He's got 10 plus homers, so that's good. Defense is good. He's a great two-way player. He's like the modern day Griffey for us, but he needs to be able to work on his game a little bit more, and maybe we need to get a new hitting coach too. So. Yeah. I appreciate that. I mean, I feel like with football commentary and baseball commentary, to be original and be good, it's hard. Like with basketball, I mean, I'm not really sure about the commentary there. Hockey, it's so hard to call hockey commentary unless you actually know all the names of all the players and you can actually see the puck and see the fucking jerseys and know the body shapes of the guys. But I'm very comfortable doing baseball and football. NFL or college football. So baseball is very difficult. You got to do a lot of preparation if you're going to do baseball. But I did phone sales for 20 plus years of my life. Like, I know I look young, but I'm 41. So a lot of people think I'm 20. So, when I worked for a Fortune 500 company on the phones, when I was 17. So a lot of the telemarketers, not necessarily telemarketers, but people that work phone sales for big businesses like Verizon, that's the type of shit that I used to do. So, call businesses in New York and Boston and, set them up with cable internet and phone for their business and whatnot. And as you know, a lot of people in New York and Boston are rude as fuck. So if you can't handle the rudeness and you don't have enough swagger or confidence to be able to have a good voice, you're just going to get hung up on. So a lot of people have to like you, even though they can't see you over the phone. Anybody can get sales face to face, but over the phone, you have to be very, very good because they can't see you. They just have to feel your voice over the phone and picture in the head what you look like and if they trust you or not. So doing this is, I have an advantage over a lot of other YouTubers because, I'm comfortable talking to any race, any age, any person. And, I do a lot of research as well. So 277 average, 5 homers for Ty France. Top of the 7th, chop foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. All right, brother. Appreciate you. Yeah, I mean, really what made me, love baseball, my dad has a connection to it because, he grew up in the 50s in LA and, Sandy Koufax is the best left-handed pitcher of all time. If you look at his stats, better than Randy Johnson or Steve Carlton on the Phillies. And I met him when I was 10. I met Griffey when I was 7. So, I mean, it doesn't really get any better than that. Top of the 7th, 2-1 count, 2 outs, runner at first. Chopper towards third. Got him. Let's go to the bottom of the 7th. Yeah, but I definitely feel comfortable. I feel I can call a game, just as good as anybody else on YouTube or Twitch, if not better. So, but it's not going to be for everybody. It's definitely takes a lot of work. You got to get the name pronunciation. You got to be able to kind of go through your due diligence and everything. And you have to know the game too. All right, let's go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Looks like the Angels are going to win this game, but we still have to have a little hope. All right, in the bottom of the 7th, due up. Leading off 0 for 1 with a base on ball and a K. Shortstop, Zach Neto. Batting second this inning, 0 for 3 with a run and a K. Left fielder, Taylor Ward. And batting third this inning, the pitcher, 3 for 3 with a run and a 2-run homer, 2 RBIs, Shohei Ohtani. He's kind of good. He will get the MVP this year, especially with Judge being hurt. You know, it's like to go off a historic 62 home run season. It's not like he was going to do it again. Like, I do actually think that Judge has the ability to get more than 62 before his career is over. Like, if he ends up having a year where he gets 65 or 70 or 72, that wouldn't shock me. You know, I definitely think that he has it in him. We just have to hope that when his career is all said and done and we go through all the tests, that hopefully Aaron Judge never, ever gets pinched for PEDs or, you know, for steroids. You know, hopefully he's just big, athletic, and he's just special. You know, hopefully he's not, you know, cheating, because that would definitely hurt the game for sure.
Build your team with ownable digital player cards. Collect, buy, sell, and trade to optimize your lineup. Compete against so rare managers.
Yeah, I mean, I'll watch it. You know, sometimes we'll watch, you know, like boxing or like UFC. It just kind of depends on, you know, what, you know, what's on. I try to do whatever the big event is or whatever I feel that would be a fun event to do. I used to love the NBA #1 when I was a kid, but I grew up in the 80s and 90s. So like Jordan, you know, Barkley, Malone, Magic, Bird, you know, and then later in the 90s with like Kobe and Shaq and Iverson. It's just not really the same league anymore. To me, the NBA is the most boring league as far as me being able to watch all sports and to be able to, like, you know, decide which one I like the most. You know, a lot of people may not be in the NHL or NASCAR because they don't know it. They don't know the players, or even baseball for that matter. But if you know the names and you know the players and you're watching baseball, NASCAR, and hockey, to me, those are better. They're not more popular than the NBA, but I think the product that you're seeing on the screen is better. You know, I think the NBA product is the worst out of all sports. You know, I think NFL, college football, and wrestling are kind of at the top. Then you got baseball, NASCAR, NHL, you know, obviously below those. And then I think NBA is at the very bottom. I do like March Madness, but, you know, I think watching regular season college basketball is rough, like regular season NBA, unless you have a favorite team. Or you're a fan of like Giannis or Embiid, or you're a Warrior fan or a Laker fan, then yeah, you know, I get it, you know, but I think there's, you know, a lot of, you know, games that are kind of not watchable to me. We got Brash in the game. Let's go, baby. Yeah, definitely a lot of effort when you end up doing baseball and football games, because a lot of people, it's just more of like a watch party. But I try to give as much stats and as much information, you know, and I'm also flipping through, you know, the different photos and trying to cater to the people that donate and whatnot. And producing a show while I'm calling a show is very difficult. But I feel like with practice, you know, anybody can do anything. You just have to, you know, be confident in your skill set and practice. Big swing and a miss. 3-2 count. Bottom of the 7th, Angels 5, Mariners 3. We got to get him. Get him. Chop foul. Yeah. Plus, I think, you know, when we end up doing something with like HD and 4K photos, like, you know, anyone can like watch someone talk about the game the whole time, but, you know, being able to put like a name matched to a face and like to a pose, you know, it definitely takes the broadcast to another level. And it's not only for the fans, but it's for me, myself too, you know. I mean, who doesn't like to look at a nice HD or 4K photo of their favorite players or wrestlers or whatever their favorite things are, right? Bottom of the 7th, Angels 5, Seattle 3, runner at first. Let's go, baby. Come on, Brash. Next up for the Angels, left fielder Taylor Ward. Brash with a strike right down the middle, 0-1 count. And momentum is a bitch, you know. It's like you can be really, really good for a few innings, but obviously the game starts over once Ohtani and Castillo go out. Brash, throw to first. He's safe.
to be able to be impactful in the big leagues. A lot of guys in their locker room that's making a lot of money. You also need young players.
0-1 pitch to Ward. Outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Ward at the plate reached an error back in the third that turned into a big play because right after that error, Shohei Ohtani hit one 440 feet beyond the batter's eye.
I live in Oregon, and I'm 41, even though I don't look like it. I've been watching, obviously, Mariner baseball since like probably 85, 86, 87, around that time when I was probably 3, 4, 5 years old. And then when Griffey was a rookie in 89, I met him with my dad, and that's a big part why I am a Northwest sports fanatic. It changed my life forever. Got the autograph. I still have it to this day on the rated rookie Don Russ. Beautiful, clean signature for Griffey. He just stole second there. Then I ended up meeting Sandy Koufax, which is the best left-handed pitcher for the Dodgers of all time, and that's my dad's hero. And when you meet your hero, and my heroes are my dad and Ken Griffey Jr., and then you might meet my dad's hero at 10, and we go to games to this day. But that's why I'm a Mariner fan, if that makes sense. And plus I live in Oregon. We don't have a pro team here, so so for me it's Blazers, Mariners, Ducks. Obviously I could have been a Seahawk fan. I grew up kind of liking the Niners with like Montana and Rice, but I didn't want to be that bandwagon kid that just hopped on, the 5 championships when Steve Young won it in 94, got the monkey off its back. I had a feeling around that time when I was about 12 or 13 that the Niners were never going to win again, and I didn't want to inherit all those championships. So I waited 1 more year, and then in 95, the Bucks drafted Warren Sapp and Derek Brooks. And they had John Lynch there, and then drafted Mike Allstott. And those are my kind of guys in football. Hard-hitting, decleating guys. And then I've been a Bucks fan ever since. So, it's not always pretty being a Bucks fan. Like this year, we're going to be absolutely terrible because they're tanking, trying to get Caleb Williams from USC or Drake May from North Carolina. But, if we tank for 1 year and get like the first, second, third pick in the draft, and then, we can have a good quarterback for the next 10 years. I mean, we're all about that. So. Yeah. Yeah, and I like father-son combos too in sports. Ken Griffey Sr. I also met Ken Griffey Sr. when I met Ken Griffey Jr. He was super nice too. Bottom of the 7th, 5-3 Angels. Runner at second, 1 away, 0-1 count to Shohei Ohtani. Oh, 1 pitch to Ohtani. Chop foul. 0-2 count. I already saw Showtime already once, so I don't need it again. Oh, Yu Darvish won his 100th career game? Hell yeah. 0-2 pitch from Brash. Chop foul. Oh, 2 pitch. Pitch is low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One, 2 pitch. Ohtani to France, to Brash. Got him. 2 away. Most of the time when someone says like a dark comment like that, they're just trolling and they're bullshitting to get a reaction. But sometimes people are truthful about it and say something like that, and it's true. So regardless if you got a dad or you don't got a dad, we're all here for baseball. And he's like, I couldn't wait. I had to comment on that. He's like, that shit turned dark, he says. He's like, if the host isn't going to say something, I got to. Bottom of the 7th, 5-3 Angels, runner at third, 2 outs, 0-1 count to Mike fucking Trout. Yeah, well, normally someone says that, they're not being truthful, so that's not necessarily something you say when you first come into a stream. Yeah, but my dad's my hero because, like I said, he was unhappy with my mom, and he could have left and divorced my mom and left, when I was like 1 or 2 years old, and he was miserable, and he stayed there for another like 10, 11 years and would, play sports with me and spend that kind of time with me to make me a good athlete and to teach me a lot of things. And then when I was like 12 or 13, then he ended up getting the divorce because I was old enough at that time to kind of process everything. And, I appreciate that for him. Mike Trout, bang, got him. Let's go. Sit down. Nice job, Brash. All right, let's go to the end of the 7th inning, top of the 8th. Angels 5, Mariners 3. Nice job, Brash. If I wasn't a Mariner fan, I would be a Dodger fan for my dad. My dad's been a fan since the 50s, so he's got a huge memorabilia collection, and he's a part of the Northwest Sports Fanatics as well because he watches every single Dodger game. He doesn't watch the Ducks or the Blazers, he only watches the Dodgers. He only collects Dodger memorabilia from the 50s until now, so I definitely, would be a Dodger fan and kind of follow my dad's footsteps, so... if my dad was a fan of another team, that's probably what I would have been. If my dad was a Reds fan, then I probably would have been a Reds fan. If my dad was a Yankee fan, then I probably would have been a Yankee fan. But I typically do Mariner and Dodger games to honor him. So, yeah, for real. You know what I mean? Like he's my hero. Like my dad didn't have to do that. A lot of dads and a lot of guys when they're in a fucked up situation, and they just would be like, I got kids, I love them, but I got to dip. They want to be able to have their own fun instead of being miserable and whatnot. So, and it was rough when I was a kid, growing up. And that's why I think I was so good at sports, because, we would always be outside because, there was problems and she was always yelling. And we were getting yelled at for like 3, 4, 5, 6 hours a day, like screaming at the top of the lungs, getting yelled at, so imagine getting yelled at for 30 seconds on the top of your lungs. People get uncomfortable. Imagine if you got yelled at every day for hours for like 10 years of your life in a row. You could literally go insane. So a lot of times me and my dad would just go camping, or we'd go basketball, baseball, we'd kick the soccer ball around, play catch with the baseball. Like we always were, it would be fucking raining or snowing and we'd stay outside because we didn't want to deal with that. So yeah, it's crazy. Well, I got an Asian mom because I'm Asian and European. So I'm Japanese and Czech. So I'm European. You throw like any dartboard at Europe. I'm probably something of that. My dad is Czech, and then obviously my mom is Japanese. So, it's not. Like I said, I got friends, that are Korean and Chinese, Japanese, Puerto Rican, Mexican. Obviously we know, every household handles the shit differently with the yelling and whatnot. So, I got a lot of friends when I was growing up that had Korean parents, and they might be the most angry people on planet Earth. So. And then a lot of my like Latino friends, they talk about like the chacla, like the sandal. So like if you were talking shit to your mom or your dad, he's usually like mom, they would like take off their sandal and they would chuck it at you, hit you in the back of the head. I don't know. I got a lot of Latino friends, and that's what they said. The chacla, they said, if you fucking start talking shit, mom takes off the fucking sandal, bah, and you'd get hit in the back of the head or the shoulder with the chacla. So your boy knows. Sergio's laughing right now. He's like, damn, this motherfucker knows. Top of the 8th, Angels 5, Mariners 3, 3-0 count to Jared Kelenic. Let's go, Jared. That's awesome. Yeah, and like I said, and I usually have some mental health shit that I go through, like some depression and anxiety, and I'm just honest about it. And it's just good for people to connect with people that know that it's not just some like YouTuber or Twitch streamer. Like they're real people. And a lot of streamers are fake as fuck, and they only care about subs, views, and money. And, they put on this big show that they care about people, but they really don't. once they get established and they get to a point, they feel that everything is supposed to be that way. And I'll never be that way. If you don't have gratitude or appreciation in life, you're never going to get anywhere. You might have some temporary success, but if you're not doing things for the right reason, you'll just be a fad and it'll obviously end. So I'm in it for the long run. I mean, I didn't sacrifice a Jordan rookie that's worth like $20,000, $30,000 for nothing. So yeah, Sergio, he was waiting for the chocolate. He's like, oh, I got to see if I can connect with this guy. He's like, oh, this motherfucker brought out the chocolate. I'm subscribing now. Yeah, boy. Yeah, and I was lucky enough when I grew up in my neighborhood in Oregon. I had black friends, I had Mexican friends, I had Korean friends. I mean, I had friends of every race all in the neighborhood. We just play basketball and baseball and football together. So I never really saw race. You know what I mean? Like I had such diversity in my neighborhood. Like literally there was, someone of every different type of race close by or a couple blocks away. So, but not everyone is that lucky to be able to have friends like that. Every situation is different in America. Top of the 8th, 1-0 pitch. Come on, Teoscar. We're running out of time. Damn right it does. When you can give back, like I said, I got my puppy and, I was in a pretty dark place and being able to have a puppy and to be able to exercise every day, cut back on drinking and just trying to be, a better person, focus on the dreams and the goals. And, sometimes you have to appreciate the little things in life and try to make a difference for the better. So, and I try to do that. Pitch is low and outside, but still called strike. Wow. 2 balls, 2 strikes at Teoscar. But I think a lot of times when you see someone on a stream, you can kind of get a vibe, an aura about them. Sometimes people can fool you because they're really good at lying, but I think a lot of times once you talk or see someone and you can feel if they're being honest or not, most people can tell if you're a genuine person or if you're a piece of shit. It's a lot easier to be a piece of shit in life than be a good person. To be a good person, it takes fucking effort. To be a piece of shit is easy. You just be lazy and you're selfish and you just think about yourself. I mean, there's a lot of those people out there, obviously on a regular basis. So, try to be a good person. It takes effort. Next up for the Mariners, 0 for 1 with 2 bases on ball. Catcher, big dumper, Cal Raleigh. We're fucking running out of time here. We're in the top of the 8th. We got one out. We could really use, I don't even need a homer. Just give me an RBI. Let's stop the bleeding. Let's try to get it to 5-4 and let's see what happens. I mean, of course, if we can get a 2-run jack right here, I'd be elated, but it's not realistic. But we'll see. Big swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike in the top of the 8th. Plus, my dad was a teacher for like 30, 40 years. So, very intelligent guy. He definitely taught me a lot. And he was the most liked teacher at the school that he went to, which is not a thing that most people can get. And my dad was kind of a hippie, liked Grateful Dead, In Living Color, Homie Don't Play That, sports. His room number was 420. It would get stolen every year. So, I mean, I still meet people even to this day, and my dad's been retired for quite some time because obviously my last name is kind of unusual. And they're like, oh, is Patrick your dad? And I'm like, yeah, And so usually I'll get these ex-students that will, want to have conversations about stuff. Sometimes they hook me up with stuff, because like we have breweries and wineries and dispensaries, obviously illegal here. And, we got one that I usually go to, and there's like a couple people that went to the same high school, but I don't live in the same city that I went to high school in. And so like a few cities away. So it's kind of crazy. Force to third. Kelenic is tagged. Damn it. Good play from the Angels. Good defense there. Yeah, but I'm also in a different situation too. I've been recording for 11 years And this is my 7th year on YouTube, and I predicted it would probably take me 10 years to go full time when I first started, and it did. And I've been full time since last year, January. But it's difficult. It's not easy. It's very, very hard. But if you put in your passion and your effort, you can make shit happen. You got to have talent, but you have to have that work ethic and that drive. And most people don't. Most people get too discouraged. And I was reading some like crazy thing that they said that only like 2% of like the, whatever 100 million YouTube channels that are out there in existence right now, only 2% have 10,000 subs or more. So at least I'm in the elite 2%, but I think we have a long ways to go. I feel I'm the most slept on channel. I don't really get a lot of support from the tube, based off recommendations and whatnot, which is unfortunate, but I keep grinding. All right, we're going to go to the bottom of the 8th. Let me adjust this real quick. And the ticker. Bottom of the 8th, the 5-3 Angels are up. Leading off for the Angels in the bottom of the 8th, third baseman Anthony Rendon. Batting second in the inning, second baseman Luis Rengifo. And batting third, first baseman Jared Walsh. Let's go.
Scott's MLB All-Star Ballot is now open. Scan the QR code. Visit MLB.com/vote.
5-3 Angels. I do this. This is my full-time job. Yeah, I don't do gimmicky bullshit like a lot of these people do. It's just, I don't know. I just feel that, a lot of people do a lot of fake shit for views, and you just have to be able to be smart enough to, read through it and being able to see through it. Some people like entertainment and whatnot, but a lot of the stuff that's entertainment on YouTube is completely fake. It's completely fake. It's completely already planned out. And they make it look like, oh, this is live. This is like, this is what's going on, but like a prank video, but it's all staged. I don't know. I can't watch shit like that. It's not for me. Waste of my time. I'd rather read or do some film study on, the sports that we're doing. So. Yeah, I don't need gimmicks, man. I feel I have the skill set to be long-term. I mean, people watch me. Madden watches me. EA Sports, they steal my catchphrases. Sack lunch. I made that up. They put it in the video game. Peter Schrager watches the channel, through Good Morning Football. So you never know. Like, you don't have to be like necessarily the biggest channel, for people to watch you and know that you're good and that they steal your catchphrases and whatnot. Like, I usually come up with custom catchphrases and nicknames for the NFL and Good Morning Football and NFL Network. They always keep tabs. Like, I make up things like Uncle Momentum. And then, like, when the Chiefs and the Bengals ended up playing, Schrager used it on air twice, and I had to reach out to him and let him know that he's unoriginal and he needs to come up with his own material. But, it is what it is. It's flattering when you get famous people watching you and copying your shit, but it also shows you how lazy people are and how unoriginal people are, that they can't come up with their own catchphrases and be original, that they have to find people on YouTube or Twitch and steal from them. So. Bottom of the 8th, 5-3 Angels. Count was full for Spire. Rendon. Chop to third. Gino. Got him. One away. Next up, second baseman Luis Rengifo. I got to be able to establish myself, here and be my own boss, and Obviously, if I do, baseball, basketball, football, hockey, NASCAR, wrestling, people know. It's just a matter of time, if, a certain brand wants to reach out, have me be a part of something. But I mean, I'd rather be my own boss than, have the cave. People offer me money, but then they're like, well, you have to wear a suit. You can't swear. No, thanks. I'm going to be like McAfee. I'm going to wear a cutoff tee. I'm going to wear a do-rag or a hat. I'm going to be comfortable, wear shorts. You know what I mean? I'm going to swear. I'm going to be authentic. I'm going to be real. I'm not going to be fake. So, but I don't know what it is about Tauruses, but I mean, I got the same birthday as The Rock and Pat McAfee. So not saying that I'm The Rock or Pat McAfee, but all of us are very good on the mic. We all have good work ethic. They are much more famous than me. And obviously I'm trying to follow in those footsteps. The Rock. It's my older brother. 10 years. Yeah, you never know who's actually like listening or looking at your stuff. People like I got friends that like are beat makers, and they do stuff like on SoundCloud, but it's so hard to be able to get noticed as like a SoundCloud rapper, singer, or a beat maker, and I can do beat making with like my buddy and whatnot. If I wasn't doing this channel, I'd probably be doing like beat making, or I'd be doing like video games, maybe on Twitch or here on YouTube probably. But it's like I was telling my buddy, you just got to keep grinding. And like Busta Rhymes reached out to him, was like looking at some of his stuff. But a lot of these big artists, they like sample or look at your stuff and then they steal it without you knowing it, if they see your stuff on there. So, popped up, back to the wall. Here we go. 2 away. Nice job by Kelenic. I've been grinding for 11 years, and this is my 7th year on YouTube. So I'm 41, but I know I don't look it. Most people think I'm in like my 20s or 30s. So, but I'm young at heart. I always feel like I have a mindset, personality and passion of a, college kid, 18 to 22. But I feel my brain, the knowledge that I have in my brain is like someone that's, an OG, that's like 50, 60, 70, that's already lived life and gone through a lot. So no worries. I appreciate anyone that's willing to sub and support my dream. And my main thing is just no bias, no bullshit, just being real, no bullshit takes. I just try to keep it 100 with every fan base. And, that's not something that you typically see in sports. Everything is so biased and fake, and they want people to argue, and they have dumb takes like, Skip Bayless thinking the Cowboys are going to win the Super Bowl every year. He doesn't think that, but they know that people like seeing people argue. They like seeing people get knocked out like on World Star. It's just the society now. They like seeing the ignorant shit. They like seeing people get jumped, beat up. It's like you see those videos and all of a sudden you see one person in a fight and all of a sudden 2 hours later, you've watched like 10 of them. You know what I mean? Or you have Skip and Shannon and they're arguing over dumb shit. Like, and that's why Shannon's leaving. You know what I mean? It's like Skip is the one that's fake and the producers are telling him to be this way. And then you got Shannon being kind of like the real one with common sense and being like, no, you're wrong. And you know what I mean? And a lot of it's staged. It's just not for me. That's why I can't watch a lot of the sports talk that's out there. And a lot of people will come here and be able to watch with me just because I'll be able to give you the truth. And a lot of the channels and a lot of the shows aren't as good as what they used to be. Good Morning Football, not the same. No Nader K. Who else? What else do we got? Joy Taylor left with Colin Cowherd. Not as good. Pat McAfee's going to be going to ESPN. That show won't be as good. They won't be able to swear because they got too many people, obviously invested in that product. You can't have Pat going, fuck, shit, bitch, when you got like Dick's Sporting Goods, fucking being the advertising partner and whatnot. That's not going to be quote unquote acceptable, So I don't know. It just sucks. I just wish that more people wouldn't sell out. But again, when you can get offered 10, 20, 30, 40, $50 million, that's life-changing money for him and his family and his boys, his crew. So I get it why they did it. It's like someone offered me $50 million. What am I going to be like? No, but there has to be terms in place, So I just try to be authentic and real, but I give good predictions. Do a lot of research, a lot of film study. And again, I do all sports, and most people, they don't have the knowledge to be able to do besides what they feel comfortable in. It's like you see people that do football and they just do like Seahawks and then that's it. And then occasionally they'll do Monday night, Thursday night, Sunday night, but then they may not know a whole lot about the rest of the league. And I really pride myself on knowing everything on every team. That's the only way that you're going to know. And then we also do fantasy football. So I help with that, help people win money there. Yeah. And I'm usually on the fantasy app like 12 hours a day. So, I mean, the commitment level that I put in with sports and wrestling is, I feel, top tier compared to anyone else. I feel the results speak for themselves, but we just need to keep it moving. All right, 5-3 in the top of the ninth. This one looks like it's going to be over, but you never know.
Yeah, I don't think that those guys that have their best stuff, but I thought they can keep.
Leading off in the top of the ninth, 0 for 3 with 2 Ks, DHing Mike Ford, unless they switch him out. But no, normally, though, if he's doing shitty at the DH, we'll throw someone else in there like Taylor Trammell or AJ Pollock or Colton Wong or something. But for whatever reason, they believe that this Mike Ford guy is good enough to do something, which it doesn't really seem like it. But oh well. Pitch in the zone, 0-2 count. He's already behind in the count. .077 average. That's good. Pitches inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, but like I said, I have a big advantage, doing commentary just because I did phone sales with the most ruthless, hardcore salespeople on planet Earth. When you end up doing like cable, internet, and phone for businesses in Boston and New York. So if I didn't have like a 20-year skill set over the phone, I probably wouldn't be as comfortable on the microphone. But like I said, I've been doing this for more than half of my life, talking either on the phone or on a microphone. Pitches outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch is low, good eye, 3 balls, 2 strikes, count is full. Come on, Ford. Oh, Ford. Ford, back. Gone! Woo! Let's go. Oh, baby. The guy least likely to do anything for the Mariners goes for a solo jack when he's 0 for 3 with 2 Ks. Get the fuck out of here. Bang, baby. Mike Ford, electric, baby. Let's go. Now we're only down by 1. Next up, second baseman Jose Caballero. Let's fucking go. There we go. I mean, we might not win, but at least we're catching up. We're fighting. Nice shit right there. Hell yeah. Let's try to force extra innings, motherfucker. There we go. Pitches inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Awesome. Was not expecting that. Pitch is high. 2 balls, no strikes. My God. And he hasn't been good. He's been batting under 100 since they gave him an opportunity to have that DH spot. So unbelievable. Let's go, Jose. 3 balls, no strikes. Ooh, baby. We might catch up here. If we get this guy on first, we're already just down a run and we have no outs. This is a good opportunity. And after Jose, look at the lineup. JP, Julio, Ty France. Let's go. Uh-oh. He walked him 4 straight balls. Jose on first. Ooh. Next up, JP Crawford. Let's fucking go. Come on, JP. Yeah, I don't really watch women's softball or college baseball, but I know Oklahoma won 3 championships in a row, and they lost like 8 games in 3 years and won like $1 billion. So, I mean, I follow the news, but I'm not going to go out of my way and watch like that. It's like, I mean, I'll watch a little bit of, like, I felt like in March Madness, the women's tourney was better than the men's. That shows you with like Caitlin Clark, what she was doing, obviously for Iowa. She'll be a superstar in the WNBA, but I don't know. I just feel like March Madness usually is pretty good, but during the regular season, the NBA and college basketball are sometimes tough to watch, just depending on the teams. Pitches outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, your boy's no dummy. I keep up with everything. We're in the top of the 9th. Angels 5, Mariners 4. Runner goes. Go! Get that. Yes! Safe at second. Woo! There we go. Runner in scoring position. Jose Caballero stole second, baby. No outs. 5-4. Runner at second. Oh, baby. Yes, it is Estevez still, and he's fucking up. Yeah, it went Ohtani, Joyce, Webb, Bachman, and Estevez. Top of the 9th, Angels 5, Mariners 4. We're rallying. Damn it. JP pops up. Oh, at least it went foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Come on, JP. You had an error early in the game. Let's make up for it, okay? You're usually a Gold Glover, or a Gold Glove-ish type of defender. Let's go. Let's make up for it. Let's go. Come on, JP. 2-2 pitch. Inside, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Let's go. Let's go, JP. Count is full. Pops it foul. Damn it. Right to Rendon. Fuck. 1 away. I don't know. The Mariners have blown a lot of games too. I mean, we're 30-31 after that playoff run. The Angels are 34-30. We don't have anyone batting over 300, but they have one person, Moniak, and that's it. So it's rough for a lot of teams. The bigger bases, no shifting. Then you got the pitch clock, the hitter clock. I mean, a lot of teams are still kind of adjusting, and a lot of hitters are just shitty this year. They're just not doing well. I mean, unless you're like the fucking Rangers or the Tampa Bay Rays, where you got off to like a 15-0 start, like how many teams start off the season fucking like 13, 14, 15, 16-0? I mean, it's just not common. So, and a lot of the teams that were good last year aren't good this year. Cardinals, Phillies, Mariners, Blue Jays, we're all kind of struggling. Check swing. 1 ball, 1 strike. Estevez on the mound, Julio in the box. Come on, J-Rod. 1-1 pitch. Pitch is low. 1 ball and 1 strike. Now 2 balls, 1 strike. Come on, Julio. Be patient. That's his problem. Lacks the patience and the discipline. Does not have the discipline. But hopefully he will. You just can't, all the stuff that they, had on tape of you from last year, like, you're not going to be able just to take that first pitch strike and swing as hard as you can and homer, 50% of the time, like it felt like last year. Like they know what you do, and that's why they've keyed in, knowing that you're going to swing on the first 2 pitches. And, it's like these guys watch a lot of tape. They're not stupid. Top of the 9th, 5-4, 1 out, runner at second, 2-2 pitch to Julio. Got him looking. God damn it, Julio. Jesus. 0 for 3 with 3 Ks and a walk. Terrible. 1 strikeout swinging, 2 looking today. Come on, Julio. You're my boy. What the fuck is going on with you? We need a new hitting coach. I think most teams in the Major League Baseball scene and circuit are probably saying the same goddamn thing. I mean, considering a lot of times when, we would have a lineup of 9 and you'd have like 300 hitters or better, like go look at the rosters now. And it's almost shocking on how many teams don't have a 300 hitter in the lineup. Or if they do, they have like 1 and it's barely over 300 unless you have, some monster player on your team. Top of the ninth, 2 outs, 5-4 Angels. Yeah, Strider looks like he's going to win, the best pitcher in the National League this year, as long as he can stay healthy. The Braves look like the kind of the World Series team to beat, honestly. Like, it's probably going to be the Braves and the Dodgers, and they'll be like, maybe a sleeper team like the Diamondbacks if they can keep it up after the All-Star break, but they're not going to be good enough to hang with the Dodgers and Braves late. And the Braves seem better than the Dodgers to me. Popped up. Mike Trout with the catch, and it's over. Final score, Angels 5, Mariners 4. Nice job, Angels. Nice win for the Angels. All right, so usually when I end the stream, we usually stay on for, not too much longer, like maybe 10 minutes to 30 minutes after, depending on where we are with donos and where the people are in the stream. And then I let you guys pretty much handle it. The people, obviously, that donate first, they get kind of the priority. But other than that, we can do whatever. We can do food. We can do old school wrestlers. We could do past or present, favorite baseball players. And I kind of let, the people in the room kind of decide where we go. And then again, usually the people that donate will get first dibs. So let me delete some of these photos, and then we can get into whatever we want to get into at this point for a little bit longer. And then we'll just call it a day. And then tomorrow, I'll have to look at the schedule. Either we'll do Stanley Cup, game 4 in Florida with the Vegas Golden Knights and the Florida Panthers, maybe do another baseball game. We'll kind of play it by ear. So.
Mickey, your 2-run homer broke the tie there. Getting this coming through in a spot like that, Castillo had been so good. You struck out in your first 2 at bats. What's that like?
Yeah, Mickey was the hero. That was tough. Let's take a look at the stat line real quick before I get into food or wrestlers or anything else. So Shohei pitched 5 innings pitched, 3 hits, 3 earned runs, 5 walks, 6 Ks. And obviously we got a 2-run jack in the first inning with Jared Kelenic. So that gave us hope, but just a little too late. And then for Luis Castillo, believe it or not, he played a little bit better. So 6 innings pitched, 6 hits, 3 earned runs, only 1 walk, 10 Ks. But again, just not enough quality hits. We only had 4 hits all day and an error. They had 6. So it's not like either one was tearing it up, But I was optimistic, going into the game. I was like, well, maybe we'll be able to do something. But, usually that's my reaction afterwards when I get pissed off. And I'm like, well, it is what it is. I usually don't get too mad. So nice job, Angels. I see you. Good win for you. Yeah, we can do, no problem. I appreciate you. Yeah, but like I said, whatever you guys want to do, if you want to do WWE, AEW, like past wrestlers, present, any of the favorites that people have, I try to cater to you guys and then kind of go from there. So, if you have any suggestions, type them in the chat there. I know some people are watching on Twitter, but they can't donate or comment there. They'd have to come onto the YouTube side, but I'll let you guys kind of do that. And then we'll go for probably not too much longer. We'll probably go for another 12 minutes or 27 minutes. We'll go to like the 3-hour and 15 mark or the 3-hour 30 mark, and then we'll call it a day. So that way, if anyone wants to kind of, go from there. And then usually I try to, change the vibe up and give good vibes. So we're going to leave the stadium, and then usually we'll go somewhere that will give good mental health, and we'll go here. It's like impossible to look at this and not get in a better mood. So, all right, let me get off Apple TV here as well. Well, that was good. That was worth it for the free trial. All right, now I got to go to regular TV. All right, let me see what's going on here real quick before I start deleting everything. Do we got anything on NFL Network, MLB Network? Is there anything that I can fucking watch? God, there's nothing. They're doing like the Mariners replay. Well, I got Rampage is coming on. That's not coming on until what time for me? 10. They got Mortal Kombat. All right. Mortal Kombat it is. Right now or back when I was a kid? Because you got to think, I'm old school, so I was born in the '80s. So obviously, with I'm a big collector of toys and stuff too. So it's like I got I got all kinds of stuff here on the desk. I mean, I got Griffey statue, Edgar Martinez statue. I got Griffey, Randy Johnson. I got fucking Dan Wilson, Randy. We got Griffey. I mean, I got the Bushwhackers, Hulk Hogan, NWO, Hollywood Hogan, Big Boss Man. I mean, I got all kinds of shit here on the desk. But I think, in the WWF era, obviously it's hard not to go Stone Cold and The Rock. Obviously on that side, Undertaker was always great. Mankind, Cactus Jack, Dude Love, Legion of Doom, Road Warriors back in the day. And then obviously I'm a big NWO guy, so I like NWO quite a bit. I still rock the gear. Hogan, Nash, Hall, rest in peace to Scott Hall. And I do AEW, Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, Bryan Danielson, all that. All right, let me delete some of the more of these and we'll go into that. But I think as of like right now, currently for like WWE, I would say my favorites right now are, I've always been a big Seth Rollins guy before he even got the belt. I mean, he's probably the most talented, top dog that they have that was underappreciated. I mean, I know they have this whole bloodline thing going on with Roman Reigns and the Usos and everything. It's been great, but obviously they're trying to make Roman be like the, longest reigning champion of all time and beating Hogan's record from back in the day. But I think I would go Seth Rollins 1, probably AJ Styles 2, and I think Kevin Owens probably 3. Those would probably be my 3. I do like watching Charlotte Flair, Bianca Belair, Asuka. I like watching some of the females on that side as well. And then AEW, I like a lot of people on the AEW side. So, I've been watching sports and wrestling since '85. It's 2023, so there's a lot. Yeah, and I've been collecting cards and sports memorabilia and wrestling memorabilia since I was 5 years old. So, I got, I had a Jordan rookie that I sold that's worth 20 to 30,000. So, not every piece of my collection is going to be like that, but like I said, I would say 98% of my toy collection is in the package, from the 80s, 90s, and current. So I have some stuff that's loose, but most of it's, still packaged. Triple H, Randy Orton, Brock Lesnar. There you go. I'll throw up some photos of some of your faves there. Yeah, Triple H is a great heel. And I like heels, in wrestling. I'm more of a heel guy rather than a face guy. I like the heels and whatever. Cartoons in the 80s, Ninja Turtles, Transformers, G.I. Joe. But it's always heels. Oh, hands down, Bryan Danielson, Daniel Bryan. Guy's fucking amazing. John Moxley, obviously, Dean Ambrose is great too, but those were 2 cornerstone pieces, definitely for sure. I think Bryan Danielson right now is still one of the top 5 wrestlers overall. He's fucking fantastic. Very underrated too. Yeah, Edge is a legend. Yeah, and we usually do the WWE watch party on every pay-per-view every month too, so that's always fun. And we got Collision on TNT tomorrow. Then you'll have the re-debut of CM Punk being back.
Smart water helped me make robo so I can keep it smart this summer. So I can be here and here at the same time.
Yeah, his career might be over. He had the same injury that Shawn Michaels had, so there is a chance that he may never come back to wrestling ever again because of the rehab. But hopefully he ends up coming back. I know he doesn't want to end his career that particular way, but I mean, it took Shawn Michaels like 5 years to come back, and he really wasn't the same wrestler after that. But
Ego, the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power, brings you the select customized
Swish is blowing. I said Logan Gilbert and Shane McClanahan for Wander Franco and Freddie Peralta. I'd have to look at like all the stats, break down your roster, and see like if you do give up certain pieces, like what you're left with. So honestly, I wouldn't really be able to give good advice. I mean, usually when people give me advice for fantasy, I need to see the whole team. I need to break down the stats. I need to be able to see what you're left with, and then I can give you proper info. So a lot of people will ask people on a stream and they just say something, but then they don't have any information or anything, backing what, their opinion and whatnot. So I wish I could just answer right off the top, but I mean, I'm a type of guy, I'm a stat and analytical guy, so I wouldn't be able to give you an answer right this second. That's just the truth. I mean, I could give you an answer, but I don't know if it would be the right one. And I only like trying to give right answers here. So.
School and a job and getting into my first apartment. There's so much I can sell. I create accessories, home decor, and it's so easy to sell on Poshmark. You can do it in a minute. I love it. There's an easier way with Thumbtack. Download the app today and care for your home from top to bottom.
Yeah, you can. You want to give me some more information and whatnot? Please do. Like, let me know what you're thinking. Like I said, sometimes it's like, one team ends up getting like the better trade, but if you like have an excess of pitchers or hitters, sometimes you're willing to get rid of like a piece that normally you would keep if you can get something else in return, like a bat that you need, and you have plenty of pitchers, so you don't give a shit if you drop one of them. You have guys that are better, so. I mean, that's why with fantasy football, a lot of times people will give me the info, but I need to kind of see the full picture. And usually when I do fantasy, I don't finish any lower than third in any league that I've ever done. So, but also too, I usually do the most like transactions. Most people will do like 50 transactions or less. When I do fantasy, I do 100 to 200 in a season. Like I'm always updating the bench. I'm updating the roster every week, and a lot of people don't do that. So, but that's how you end up getting a good quality team that gives you the best chance that even if you have big injuries, that you still have good pieces along the way. You just can't be lazy through fantasy and get lucky and win. I guess you can. I mean, if you're playing with a bunch of dumbasses that don't know how to play or they're not making moves on the wire every week,
What's the comma guarantee?
It's sort of like card fairy, where you don't get approved for a credit card that has the comma guarantee. The card fairy is like $50 on your
the Wolverine. The good days. I mean, I'm an Eddie Guerrero guy too. So, you got Eddie Guerrero and him, and they were best friends. And then you had a little Dean Malenko action. They had a nice little crew there. Perry Saturn. I mean, CTE is real. He took a lot of chair shots, but also too, we don't really know the full story. if it was him and him alone, or if he owed people money and it was staged to look like it was him, but it wasn't him. I don't know if anyone really truly knows. Nobody knows really all the answers. People assume that it was just Chris and he did what he did, but there is no really, way to prove that 100%, I think. But I mean, as far as what he did in the ring, he was one of the most entertaining for sure of all time. And they obviously tried to erase him from the record books. Understandable, with the craziness that happened. But if we're just talking about the wrestler, not what happened, I mean, very entertaining. I mean, I watched his whole career. Okay. Trying to catch up. Yeah, it just depends. Like I said, if you feel like, if you're someone that's doing fantasy baseball, fantasy football, and if you feel that, you have excess, in hitters and you have other guys that are going to be producing and that you have a good hitter and you can gain some pitching, from that you need if your starting pitching is a little weak, yeah, pull the trigger. You just need to make sure that you're getting good value. Look at, the ERA. Make sure you're looking at the strikeouts per 9 innings. Look at how they're doing based off the home and away record. Look at the overall record of the team of the guys that you're getting. And also knowing that things are going to get better once we get past the All-Star break. When the warmer weather gets better, hitters will get better and pitchers will start to get a little bit in the zone. And again, a lot of teams that were good last year aren't good this year. The Yankees and Astros will find a way to get good towards the end. Braves and fucking Dodgers on that end. But then we also have to wonder, okay, what about the Diamondbacks? What about the Texas Rangers? What about the Tampa Bay Rays? What about the Baltimore Orioles? So there's other teams that are kind of on the up and up. So 2 pitchers giving up Franco. Yeah, like I said, if you feel that that is something that you need to bolster the pitching, do it. Like I said, if you know that you feel that that's the weakest part, because there's no point of having, like, let's say 5, 6, 7, 8 hitters, and then you're really weak at pitching. You need to make sure you're well balanced in fantasy. So, no, I got you. So I think you already kind of answered your own question. So, oh, that's tough. I mean, I'm a big Mariner guy, and like I said, Luis Castillo is our number 1. And then after that, normally it's Logan Gilbert 2. And then now you got Bryce Miller, kind of the new guy that came in for Robbie Ray, and he kind of had a little phenom start in his first 3 starts, but it's kind of leveled out. And then George Kirby sometimes is really, really good, but sometimes he just gets fucking tore up. Same thing with Logan Gilbert. So, I mean, man, I don't really know what to tell you because like I said, sometimes Logan Gilbert looks great. Sometimes he looks like shit. Sometimes, George Kirby looks really, really good, and sometimes he looks like shit. Same thing with Bryce Miller. Like Luis Castillo is really the only one that that more chances than not, he's going to deliver. But for these other guys, it's kind of like wishy-washy. So you'll just have to use your best judgment based off record, strikeouts, and then, looking that route. I mean, it's close because one guy's like the 2 and the other guy's the 3. Kirby's younger, you know what I mean? Sometimes I feel Kirby has maybe more potential, but I guess it just depends on the matchup as well. You know what I mean? It's tough. I mean, I'd have to break down and look at, the stats and, see what the home and away record is. And, it's really tough to say who's going to end up being better besides those 2. I mean, if it ends up being Logan Gilbert ends up having more wins, that's what it probably should be because normally he's our number 2. But then if Kirby takes a leap in his game, obviously in his sophomore season and he outplays Gilbert, then that wouldn't, really shock me either. So. Yeah, I think we do have one of the best rotations because you got to think we got Luis Castillo, who's money most of the time, Gilbert, who's money most of the time, Bryce Miller, the newbie, who's money most of the time, right? George Kirby, being in his second year like Julio, money most of the time. And then the guy that normally sucks, Marco Gonzalez, is actually being pretty good for us this year. It's just that we suck at hitting, Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think there's more upside for Kirby because he's younger and he's got a little bit more stuff. But sometimes, with that being said, Kirby could have more stuff. But what happens if he doesn't get the hits or homers to match? Like he could end up getting 10 Ks, they get 1 run, and then you lose 3-1. And so it's like, it's kind of a catch-22. It's like where you can end up getting good production here and you can have all these strikeouts, but it doesn't mean shit if you can't get runs. You know what I mean? So, I mean, that's your call. If you think that the experts are right and you think Kirby, even though he's probably third in the rotation or fourth, they try to, mix it up, but that's going to be a personal call for you. No, I don't. I've been doing the game the whole time, so I got to be able to look, at who's pitching and go through that. But yeah, I mean, I just can't off the top of my head. I don't even know who's playing tomorrow. I haven't looked ahead, so. But I appreciate all you guys very, very much. I think I'm going to head to the store. I need to go pick up a few items and whatnot, and then I'll get back to the streams for tomorrow. Let me take a quick look to see what's on schedule for tomorrow. So let's take a look at the games. Let's see what could potentially be something that we could do. All right, we got Dodgers and Phillies at 105. Mariners and Angels is a possibility. We could end up doing that. That's at 7:07, so might end up doing that. Let's see who's pitching tomorrow. We got Brian Wu and Patrick Sandoval, so not really the best matchup, but still could be a pretty good game. And then let's take a look. And then I believe we have the NHL Stanley Cup tomorrow at 5. So we're either going to do the Stanley Cup, Vegas Golden Knights and Florida Panthers at 5, or I'll do the Mariners and the Angels again tomorrow. And then Sunday, probably NASCAR at like 12:30, and then maybe something in the afternoon as well. So yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I hope I answered some of your questions. I always try to keep it real and honest. And like I said, I watch these guys, how good they are. And like I said, it's really tough to say, when you got guys like Miller and Kirby and Gilbert, you really don't know. The one thing for sure is Marco's not as good as those other three. It's like Castillo's the best, and then the other three are kind of tied in the mix of, being kind of like that next guy. Normally it's Gilbert, and then you got like, George Kirby, and then Bryce Miller's kind of the new one, but, it is what it is. So, and we got Woo as well. Yes. I appreciate you guys very, very much. So hopefully you guys will be back. I appreciate you guys. Let's go back to my main settings here, and we'll be back. And I grind pretty much almost every day. So, it's going to be just whatever event. And even whatever event I do, we still end up talking about other things. So it's like if I do, NBA, we're still going to talk baseball. If I do baseball, we're still going to talk football or whatever. So he's the best number 5 in the league. Woo. We'll see how he does. No guarantees. I don't got any expectations. So, but I love you guys and I appreciate you guys very, very much. Have a great rest of your Friday night. And I will be back tomorrow. And I got one question for you. Who talks sports like us? Your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, and I'm out. Gang.